Yeah, I can pick this other spell whilst we're playing.
Yeah. All right, mate. Oh dear. So, the last time we were all together. Actually, I'll do a little bit. I'll go a little bit further back for the Lars's benefit. So you had initially entered the Sandpoint Glassworks looking for a missing Ameko Kaijitsu, the landlady of the inn that you were currently occupying. And after fighting several goblins and finding Ameko's father, Longiku, like turned into some kind of weird glass ornament, as it appeared he'd been smothered in molten glass whilst he was still alive. You found that her kidnapper was none other than her half-brother, Tsutsu Kajitsu, who was less than forthcoming with information. But after inspecting his journal, you had found notes of something underneath Sandpoint that needed.
Sorry.
No, you're right. There was mention of something in catacombs beneath the town, and as the sheriff is out of town, Shalelu, the lady who's standing in for him, Shalelu, surname who I can never remember. I have the book in front of me, so we can find out. Andosana had asked you if you would investigate these catacombs, a tunnel for which you found underneath the glassworks, which has brought you into the catacombs that you are in now. And after some exploring, you came across a small closet and some Sunspawn, which you have killed. And what do you want to do?
We need to do some investigating, don't we?
Yeah, we need to figure out where this Quasit's come from. Who summoned the Quasit? Because I think we're at a dead end now, aren't we?
There is one more path you haven't explored.
Okay.
And I should also, there was a room that you found at the end of the path that took you up the top and round and to the bottom of an L, which you'd found was a strange coppery circular room, which seemed to have some form of levitate spell cast, so that when you stepped inside, you levitated.
Yeah, that was a cylindrical room, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, sorry, I meant cylinder, but said round. I was kind of there, but a 2D
spherical.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah.
And there were some strange runes that you investigated, and the only thing you could come up with was the word Thassalon. I'll remind you of that as well.
Was the word
Thassalons? THA.
Got it.
Yeah.
Something to do with odd colour.
Yeah, the room was an odd colour. It was like a coppery colour.
Yeah. What's happened to the body of the Quasit?
It's still there.
Is it? It's dead. We've put it into the ground.
Roll a medicine check for me.
Medicine. Yeah.
Yes.
I think I had medicine as well. Did I take medicine?
You could roll it even if not. It's only the knowledge skills you can't roll without levels in.
Okay. YLM, and I can't find medicine.
It might not be medicine. It might be first aid. I
think it comes under healing, Dave. Heal. I think it comes under heal.
Yeah,
wicked. Got it.
It's because we play 5e as well, and sometimes they get crossed in my head.
You know what, Dungeon Master. I was determined not to go full Pathfinder tonight, and I'm glad that you did it. 19 for heal.
So unfortunately, she is beyond your skills to resuscitate. It's almost as if you took her below her con score when you hit her last.
Oh shit! My crit did that much damage.
Which is
Okay.
permadeath. That's the equivalent of permadeath in.
Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
Pathfinder differs from D&D. If you go negative, equal to, or lower than your con, you are unrevivably dead. You are dead.
Your
Nothing
con
will
score or your modifier must be your constitution
Your
score then, because it's
So
right. Okay.
if your
Like
constitution score is 15, if you go to -15 or -16 or
Below.
more, you are insta perma dead. No
Ooh.
coming. Obviously, revive spell works, but you don't get death saving throws or anything
Right.
like that.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
you roll every turn when you're below 0. You roll a check, which is it's 10 plus what you're below your hit points, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
And then once you get if you fail, you lose 1 hit point, and it just keeps going.
Okay. Cool.
But we've not got there. We've never had to do it. So
All right.
Sorry.
Go on, Mark.
I was going to say, I appear to have a debuff. Can't remember what it was.
I believe you were sickened.
I've got -5 charisma and -2 dex. If that makes. I did notice that. I can't remember what done it to.
Sickening.
Conditioned.
Is this Quasit fair game then, Tom?
Quasit's fair. You have already had the loot offer though. You had it at the end of last session.
I mean, can I pick her up in my mouth and run around with her for a bit like a cat?
Yeah.
Did we have any loot?
We did.
Yeah, I got a really nice dagger offer, didn't I?
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
A returning dagger.
correct.
That's it.
And we got some fine ranseur, 200 to 600 gold's worth. Or was that for something that could have been for something else? I maybe lying, making that up. Right, so we've got other passageways to explore then.
Yes. So if I borrow your token for a moment, Dave, it's this one that you've not been down. You've been that way.
Yep.
I'll put you back in the room. Yeah, Sam, I'll show you the same. So it's this way.
Oh, well, it's really fang. I was zoomed in. Right, okay, yeah.
Lewis, I'll show you the same. So it's that.
And we cleared both the rooms.
Yeah, so they're both just small rooms that those dogs, the Sinspawne came out and attacked
That's
you
right.
with.
Okay, yeah.
I believe, Mark, you were hit with Ray of Enfeeblement.
That sounds quite possible. How do I get rid of that? Is that a long rest thing, or do I need to get a spell cast?
I believe it might be lesser restoration, my friend.
Ray of Enfeeblement shouldn't have done Dex, I don't think.
No, Ray of Enfeeblement is strength. You're right. Maybe I'm wrong then.
It must have been something the Quasit did. I imagine.
Yeah, let me pull up her character sheet.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
I'm trying to think what else you thought that might have done it, but I can't see anything on her character sheet.
What about the dogs?
Oh, hang on, I can go back. I can go back into last session's rolls. That might have.
Is there a spell I can take to just get rid of debuffs?
Yeah, lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration is handy.
Yes.
Whether you're high enough level.
Yeah, it's not level 2.
It's the second level spell, lesser restoration is.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
like a restoration that's not as powerful as greater restoration. That'd be about right.
Definitely a cleric spell. I can't see it. I'm on the list of cleric level 2s.
Bear with me 1 second, mate, and I'll find it for you.
I've linked the list.
I can have a look through my tome. Look at this bad boy.
Oh, my
Look at the size of this fucker.
I've got the baby version.
What are we talking about? My camera's off.
I was talking about my penis, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm sure it is.
It's a first level spell, second level spell, but it's restoration lesser, the way it's listed.
That'd
be why.
Yeah. It's weird. It's listed a weird way. Because I guess you've got less Restoration,
Restoration.
greater,
Rest-
restoration lesser, so it's done it that way instead. It's a second level spell, mate.
Well, good
wasn't
news for you,
her.
Mark. I will splash you with this.
Oh, a bit of all right.
No,
Splash,
I know what it
splash.
was. Hang on.
So
It
you can
wasn't
take
her.
it.
It was the fight
Energy
before.
drain, was it that?
No, it was a breath thing from the 3-armed goblin guy you fought.
Oh, crikey, that was a while ago, that wasn't it?
It was, yes.
So Lars, you can take the spell, but you can't use it until we've had a long rest, because the effects of leveling up haven't taken effect until we have a long rest.
Long
So you can take it in preparation, but you need to wait for the long rest first. But he will heal 1 point
when
by
he
long
rests,
resting.
yeah.
I can't
See,
remember.
I
if it's one
remember it being damage. It wasn't drain.
I can't remember if it was one. I can't remember if it's one per skill or if it's just 1 point, and he chooses where to heal it.
Or did you drink something?
Don't think so.
What about the
The
that
stuff
was
in the
Jake's
chalice.
Elvian, wasn't it? The drank
Oh,
the.
I'm looking for it now. It's just sparked something in my brain.
Is. Hmm.
Oh, it's got to be somewhere here. It's not there.
Potato.
yeah. So if you take an 8-hour rest, Mark,
Yeah.
because you've got 2 abilities damaged, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So per long rest, you will heal 1 point of skill damage per ability. Sorry.
Right.
So after a long rest, you'll go down to a -1 on your dex and a -4 on your charisma. Second long rest, you'll have. Do you know, see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Damage for your dex will be
absolutely.
gone, and your charisma will keep ticking down after each long
Yeah,
rest.
I mean, my charisma was only 7 to start with, so
Yeah.
it's
I know
now
what you
2. I shouldn't be doing any talking at all with anyone.
Yeah, because you drank something, but you drank the same thing twice.
Isn't there a rule that says charisma of 2, you literally shit yourself if you open your mouth? And then scrape it out and go, oh, look.
I mean, like when you've got an intelligence of 2 and you just walk around like that. But yeah, being able to heal ability damage is a massive thing for Pathfinder. It's massive because it will come across it quite a bit.
Have you taken charisma damage, Mark? Because
Yeah.
this is intelligence damage. Intelligence and dex.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
I don't know how to change it.
We'll leave it as it is for now, but I think I might have gone wrong there, but it's too late now. So yeah, what would you like to do? Now I've taken 10 minutes to find you an answer to a random question.
And should we continue down this corridor then? Have a
Yep.
look-see. I think we've got a door at the end.
Okay. Bring Dastor along for the ride.
So this is the
I
only...
want to leave and take a long rest, please, so I can be 3rd level.
I mean, you don't.
Yeah,
have
let's
to,
just
you
rest
don't
in the
have to.
corridor.
You can go back to Sandpoint if you really want to.
Let's
Why
finish
don't we
this
go
then.
back to this chamber, have a long
Yeah.
rest while we try and figure out what's cracking up with this chamber?
Wow.
No, it's fine.
Come on, let's clear it.
Yeah,
Let's go,
do it.
yo.
Go, Dave. Go, Dave.
Okay.
Can I have a...
So you're moving up to the door?
yeah.
Are you doing
Anything
so
suspicious with the
quietly,
door?
or-
Yeah,
quietly?
yeah. I'm going to have a listen and a prod around.
So give me a stealth check and a perception check, please.
Okay, stealth isn't great. In fact, I'm -7 for stealth, so this could be entertaining. Yeah.
You know, you're wearing armor. You're moving. You're doing all right.
I mean, with a -7, that's not bad.
No,
I
it's
was
not.
quite happy with that.
Yeah, when you put it into that context, a 10 is
Yeah.
actually quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means you rolled a 17.
Yeah. So, try to just see a glass half full side of it.
So, listening at the door, you can hear something in moving around, but it's definitely not walking around, but you can definitely hear movement.
That's quite good, actually, wasn't it?
It wasn't a bad impression. No, you're right.
I've not even had a drink tonight, so that's very good for me.
Righto, are we ready to go in?
Go for it.
Dastor's happy to go, as long as you lead the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go on then. Open the door, shield out, sword over the top.
Okay.
So I'm just taking it.
Give me 1 second, and I will allow you to enter and go through the door. You may now go through the door.
Right. What on earth is that?
It looks like some sort of green thing.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I think you should
Nope.
dip a hand in.
Is that a
Don't
fly?
worry, I'm here and I'm ready
Oh,
to
wait a
heal.
minute. Do I know what that is? No, I'll sorry. Come on then. I'm going to charge it.
No.
Shout
So as you
cowabunga,
open,
run at it like a lunatic.
so as you open the door, there is this kind of very green, very demonic head with wings, just kind of fluttering around. And as soon as you open the door, it just snaps to you and just and comes at you. That is my standard B screen, by the way.
Nice.
I like it.
Described as a creature with blackened, bat-like winged fiend's head. Tentacles dangle from chin and scalp, and its fanged mouth hangs agape.
Is it standing? Is it flying?
It has wings. It's a head with wings.
Okay.
So it is absolutely flying.
It's even uglier than your mama.
So if you'd all like to roll initiative for me.
No.
Please click on your token before you click initiative on your character sheets, please. And let me open the initiative tracker first.
I don't want to
we
do
go
any
through this
of those
every
things.
time. Right. Now please roll initiative for me. Okay. Mark, Sam.
Whoa, that's the best I've ever
Dave.
rolled for initiative
I
in
was going to
this.
say,
Lewis.
Mark, Jesus Christ.
Look at me, let me
Dastor
15. Oh.
I have not done well.
and Marmite Steve. Where's his
Is it? If I want to say Varguli. A bit different.
possibly. Do you know, it would be immoral of me to confirm or deny that, Dave.
Can I just say something as well? Can I just say something as well, Tom? Not that it's going to make the blindest bit of difference. I have the feat of warrior priest now, so it actually pluses 1 to my initiative check. So
Okay.
I'm 9, which is still lower than everybody.
Okay. do you know what, mate? Makes all the difference. So I'm gonna change that number for you right now.
Okay.
There you go.
It's still 10 less than Steve.
I couldn't possibly tell you where Steve is on the initiative tracker.
We can see him.
Who's Steve?
My mate Steve.
Not the Vargul.
Oh.
What's in the centre of the room?
Oh, sorry, yeah. So I should give you a description of the room. I do apologise. So you enter this very small circular chamber that looks like it has a pool of water in the middle of it.
Okay.
I think Mark
Should take another drink. Mortis is
Probably
going to have
not
another sip.
Okay. So, Lewis, you're up first, mate. To the surprise of absolutely nobody,
I mean, hang on, let me tape measure out.
Tape measure.
Tape measure.
Lars, you see where
Yeah.
your initiative is? Just stick 1 in your temp.
5.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That way it'll always be permanently applied then. And it
How
won't go
much
through.
movement is it, Tom, to go past people? I forgot.
Additional 5 feet when you squeeze.
Right, so.
But I feel like you just had a new item that's perfect. Oh, I suppose you haven't got. Yeah, I've just thought.
Right, and there, so that's 20, 25, 30. So 30 movement would take me there.
Yep.
And I can see him. How's this dagger work then?
Aim the points end at the body and stab him.
I mean, I'm wondering how throw damage would work, Tom, because I've not really got that set up on the dagger yet.
So all it would change is what you use to hit. But you hit with dex anyway, so it wouldn't even change that.
So a normal attack roll would be me throwing it.
Yeah, because you
There's
attack
no
with
plus.
dex anyway.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to throw the dagger at it then, and then obviously get it to come back to me once I've thrown it.
Okay, so I'm just checking. Yeah, the returning is a free action, which you get 1 of every turn. So yeah, you can throw and return, no problem.
Cool.
That is ace. At third level, that's for the rest of the game. You can throw it and return it to you. That's awesome.
Jesus
How's that?
Christ. She definitely hit it. However, you don't qualify for your sneak attack, as it knows you're there.
Okay.
You did roll max sneak attack though, which was just insane. So yeah, your dagger kind of sinks into this flying head creature.
Yeah.
And what does your dagger look? What does it look like when you call the dagger back?
Oh.
Important.
So it's like
details,
so obviously he throws it like that, and he can see it like as it like goes at it, and he can see it kind of spark, and he goes like that, and it just appears back in his hand again. Purely like mesmerised cats wanting to grab it because it's sparkling, and it just appears back in his hand again, and then he's just gobsmacked. Yeah. To be honest, I don't think there's much more I can do.
Might be right.
Sanguinate the sausage dog. I'll be back before my go.
I will give it to you.
I heard
Wait, the
sausage.
sausage dog. Yeah.
That's
How the hell has
the
Dave
first
got
win.
it? There's something suspicious going on here.
Yeah.
Call a recount.
Dave just messaged him like off cam. Say sausage meat.
He refuses to use a phone.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be fair,
All right.
if it was anybody
Dave
else,
sent him a letter. Sent him a letter last week.
that's why. Is that why
Dave
it's
went
taking
back
so
to the
long?
1990s.
Yeah, there's
He just
nothing
opened
more
the letter just before the game. Just nothing in it, just sausage.
Just sent him our sausage, not even the word. Just,
Yeah.
in a wet,
Really
solid,
mouldy.
envelope. Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of Dave, it's your turn, mate.
Can I get round without provoking an opportunity attack to here, to the other side?
Yeah, so you could go around the room. You got as long as because there you've got these squares there and there. You got more than enough movement, mate.
Wicked. So round to this side, swing with longsword.
Yeah, because it's kind of floating in the air as well, so the distance is a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, make your attack, mate.
Only 14.
Hits.
Awesome.
Ooh, 12 damage.
That's max, isn't it?
Describe to me what you do to this thing to kill it.
This my usual sword and shield as I'm edging round. It's going to backfire ever so slightly this time as a feint dodge weave plunge through. It actually gets stuck, and I've now got this head on the end of my sword, and to actually get rid of it, I have to flick it off against the wall. And it just goes thump and then slides down slowly.
Very good.
Oh, right. I'm going to go into the room then.
Wow, that was a very short combat.
20 points of damage between me and you, Lewis. That's all right.
It's quite good
I
going.
feel like I was meant to last longer.
That's what she
I've
always
said
says
that
to
loads
me.
of times.
Yeah, so what would you like to do?
Dastor didn't actually even set eyes on what we were fighting. He was so far back in the corridor, I couldn't see anything.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I was just
Same for
rolling a
Zegric.
bogey and
I'm
it was
that far
over.
down the corridor. I haven't got a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
What's in the room, guys?
It's not no.
Can I roll a knowledge check on what it is, Tom?
You certainly can. It is knowledge planes.
Oh shit!
I wished I'd taken knowledge plane.
I think I did.
Oh, I have that one.
Oh yes, that is a Boeing 747.
I'll go for an assist. See if I can.
Natural 20 for
I
a
don't
30.
need to go for an assist.
So,
Nice. I
as
reckon,
someone correctly guessed earlier before the combat, it is in fact a Varguli. I don't know how you pronounce it, but maybe a Vargul, but it's spelled. So it is a small outsider. Usually come in like pairs or clusters. So normally anywhere between 2 and 6. So it's unusual that this one would be on its own. They're generally kind of known as scavengers, and they're like vultures, but for for hell, because I believe this might come from. No, it's an outsider. Yeah, no. So, and you also know that if it had the chance to get an attack off, it could have poisoned, like a poison spray, or if it managed to kiss one of you, you have the potential to turn into a Vargul yourself. It's how they reproduce. So it was probably a good thing that you killed it quick.
Your head sprouts wings and it just flies off.
Yeah, it just comes off. Yeah. I'll read it to you. The transformation takes 1d6 hours when the victim's head breaks free of the body and becomes a Varguli. It's a process. It's a staged process. The first stage is all your hair falls out, your ears grow into leathery wings, and you kind of sprout like tentacles from your chin.
Nice.
Your teeth become fangs, and then your head just breaks free and flies off.
Is it reversible?
It's probably curable, yeah.
I don't like probably.
I mean, you've got to fail a fortitude save for it to happen anyway. It's paused by sunlight or any light spell of the 3rd level or higher. To stop the transformation, requires remove disease or something similar. As it is a disease.
That would have been brutal, wouldn't it? Just made 3rd level, now you're going to lose your character's head.
Yeah, I think the head's the most important bit.
I know, right? Like, I could afford to lose. Well, I couldn't afford to lose an arm, but you could afford to lose like an arm or a finger or something. But your head,
yeah, or even a testicle. What's the anyway? What?
I've lost you, Mark. You're talking, but there's no audio coming.
Oh, can anybody else hear me?
I can hear you.
No, you just
What's the thing in the middle of the room?
It's just a pool of water. You can investigate it further if you like.
Yeah. You scratch
yeah.
your chin, so yes.
Roll me. Let me open.
Tom, quick channel's awesome, by the way.
You can swap out for it if you want to swap them.
Yeah, do I get 2? Did you say I get 2?
No, you get 1 every odd level, so you'll get another chance at level 5 to stack another.
Damn it! I thought I had 2, didn't I? And I was just tossing them. I was reading on Reddit as well.
2 level 2 spells, 2 level 2 spell slots because of your higher wisdom, mate.
Yeah, that was it.
Report.
That's ruined my whole night.
Sorry, mate. I actually think that quick channel or the selective channel might be better choices than
Warrior Priest.
Warrior
Yeah,
Priest at this level. Yeah, but you do
Yeah,
you, mate. I'm
more
not going to
benefit.
tell you how to play character.
Are you happy for me to take quick channel then instead?
Yeah.
And say
that's
I
fine,
had
mate.
that instead.
I'll
It didn't
always.
make any.
We don't play enough of this for me to be like, you made your choice, now you're stuck with it. So I'll always give you a little bit.
I
of
did.
grace
To be fair,
period.
it didn't make any difference in that combat anyway. Dastor was at the other end of the corridor with a 9 initiative.
But I am taking your initiative back down to 8 if you're going to. On
Oh yeah, I do need to. I'll do it now.
I've just done. Yeah, and I've just done it on the tracker. So yeah, if you want to investigate this, please give me a perception check.
Oh, perception check.
Mark, I am the law. No, Mark, I am the law.
I just wondered if anyone would notice.
Perception.
Cool. I think I've finished.
15. Anyone else want to roll perception?
No, purely because I'm too interested playing with this new dagger. Almost like a-
Perception.
The water in this pool, considering that it's in ancient catacombs, looks surprisingly clear. So clear, in fact, that you can see through into the bottom of the pool. There seems to be an errant wand, like just on the bottom of the pool surface.
Detect magic.
You're detecting 2 sources of magic, one coming from the water, one coming from the wand.
So I'm going to focus on the water first.
Okay.
So do it again. I can't remember what that does.
If you stand there and hold it, there seems to be some kind of spell in place that purifies this water once an hour.
Okay, and then I'll reconcentrate on the wand.
Okay, and what the stage is for Step Magic again, Sam?
So stage 1 is presence. Stage
Yep.
2 is the different amount of auras and the power of the most potent. 3, the strength and location of each aura. If the items or creatures bearing the auras are in line of sight, you can make knowledge arcana skill checks to determine the school of magic involved.
Okay.
So it would be DC 15 plus spell level or half caster level for a non-spell effect.
Okay. So, want to roll that check for me, mate?
I give him guidance as well, +1 on his skill check.
Certainly can.
I'll assist if I may.
So arcana, didn't I?
Don't assist.
I'll try and assist.
Just Argus and Dastor just got their hands on your shoulder right now.
So that's an 11.
Where am I?
Oh God, that's a natural 1 on
Yeah.
the dice, Sam. Jesus.
Knowledge
But how many
and-
sets of aids do you have? Because aid is +2.
Well, I got a +1
Oh,
plus
I was a
2 for an
giant
aid, so
funky trouser.
13.
So you're not sure, but you do know enough. So you know that the water
Is safe.
is safe, and you know that the wand is of a different school of magic.
So can I take the wand and
You certainly
do
can.
a spellcraft?
Spellcraft.
Yeah.
How deep is the pool?
I've got a tick.
You
Can I
have to
assist
swim
with
down.
the spellcraft?
No. You think of it like it looks the same depth as like jacuzzi water.
Cool.
Oh, I don't think I need it.
Good.
That's a 28.
Too deep for Zegric. For Dastor.
This is a wand of cure light wounds with,
Booyah!
I would say, 50 charges.
Oh, funny.
Funny. It's almost as if someone won at the Mark game.
Did someone win?
Yeah.
Dave did.
But
On
they've
a
all- they've been called-
technicality.
Mark, can you tell us now? Did Dave tell you to say it?
No. Which one did he get? Sausage.
Sausage, yeah.
I don't think that counts.
We're talking about sausage too much.
Mark-
and did he send
Mark?
you a letter saying
Yeah.
sausage?
Mark, we are getting a wand of Cure Light Wounds.
With 50 charges, which, for the record, I think I worked
It's
out costs about
expensive.
1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, I think Dave's right. Actually.
But going forwards,
Yeah.
for I haven't decided what the next prize will be yet. But it would be better than a wand of Cure Light Wounds. But I will be more stringent on the rules in the future as well.
So that wand of Cure Light Wounds, would we give that to a non-healer then? So that we can heal
No.
and then that person can heal as well? Or does it still need to be us?
So there's two ways you can use a wand. Because the spell is on your spell list, you can just use it,
Yeah.
Lars, and so can Jake. If anyone else would want to use it, they would have to succeed on a use magic device check, which I think to use it is 10 plus the
Spell level.
10 plus
It's a
spell
first
level.
level spell, isn't it? So they'd have to roll
Yeah.
higher than an 11.
Technically, it's caster level, but for the purpose of the wand of Cure Light Wounds, they're going to be the same. So it's either 10 or 15. But it's not hard at first level to use a wand with first level spells anyway. But it's better you or Jake would be better on to hold on to that as a healing item.
I would argue for Jake, just that because Dastor is more front line.
Full healer.
Well, you've got a lot of your healing, but you're also quite front line fighting, aren't you?
You've got
bit
better armor
shieldy.
and stuff, yeah.
I was
Whereas
saying
so
not
that's
some better
something we
game.
want in the back that can be manoeuvred around if required.
Yeah, I'd be happy with
Sweet.
Jake's contribution to the party is more his Eidolon. So Addam, the Eidolon is a bigger
that. Yeah,
part of
because
his
Addam
class
doesn't
than
have much to do on his own, does he? So that'd be I think that's definitely a good idea.
Second healer, as it were.
Wicked.
Even though Dave won it.
I'm quite happy.
I'll drink some of the water.
The water from this pool.
Yeah.
It tastes like water, mate.
So yeah, it's water.
Probably
Nice, clean,
fortitude save.
refreshing water.
Fortitude save.
Oh God,
Oh,
Mark's going to kill himself just drinking things.
Well, I was thirsty.
Is that
which is where?
replicating life?
Where's
Imagine if that's how you had to
Okay to
redo your character
die.
because you just drank yourself to death.
I'm beating a bell end. Where's the thing? Ah, here we go. So
Complete AC, mate.
oh, you nutsack.
Fucking
So you go down to you drink a bit of water, and then you realise that Adam's Eidolon's been pissing in the pool.
Oh,
And you've just
Surely there's some negative effect from that, or just really good hydration.
just tastes kind of fruity.
oh.
Okay, so
Moving on. Dave, open the door.
I'm
we
going to
roll
listen
in.
at the door.
Okay. You can't hear anything.
Okay, I'm going to open the door. Is everyone ready?
Oh, hang
just
on.
in
I'll
case.
pick me
Let
like
me move up.
bells in.
Because we're expecting more Varghouls.
Well, potentially, yeah.
Right, cool.
Dastor is stood in the pool, but because he's so short, he can just see over the top, but it's like cover.
Now's the time to have
Like the old Raw
a
Marine advert.
Yeah, and you can just see his eyes.
Now it's time to turn on the water jets. Anyway, sorry.
I just realised the Eidolon's pissed in here and I'm in it.
So yeah, the door is open when you would like to go through it.
Apparently it's Varghouil.
Varghouil?
Yeah. Varghouil.
I'll go first, shall I?
Stealth the door open.
Yeah, can I go stealthy?
Go on then.
Does 28 do it, Tom?
So, yeah, I mean, it depends if there's something there that rolls higher, I suppose, but you're welcome to move forward and see what happens.
What was that? Roll what? I've got heavy metal in my other ear.
If there's something that rolls higher than that stealth check, then they'll see you regardless. But you know,
that's fine.
So you carry on.
Any traps or anything that I can see?
Roll a check for me.
Perception.
What? Yeah. Why have I've closed? I had a character sheet up in front of me just so it would be easier for me.
26.
Whoa.
26.
Nat
No
20.
traps that you can see.
Well, that means there's no traps with the nat 20.
Yeah.
Or does it?
What about this door?
Tom, it's a natural 20.
Natural 20 isn't always a success.
I'm at the other door. Can I hear or see anything or notice any traps on the door? Or
Nope. No, you cannot. And I'll let your rolls go over. So I
Okay.
will.
I will stealthily open the door.
Okay, bear with me. I have to switch layers to remove the door. There you go.
Ooh.
The spirally staircase.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I felt like there was going to be more.
However, there are stairs that are leading upwards. However, it seems to have collapsed inwards. So you can only go up so far.
The
I
stairs
think it's
down?
worth exploring just to go up to where it is collapsed, just to have a check, or can we literally see there already?
You can see what looks to be the event of a cave in further up.
Cool.
So
I guess we head down then. Dastor's just going to shove Argus in the back a little bit to take the lead.
Oh, come on, you fat lad, get in there.
So these stairs go upwards and they are collapsed down. There is no down here.
Oh.
You also found
Oh,
another
up,
set of
sorry, yeah.
stairs earlier in the cavern that went down, but they were also collapsed.
Oh.
Is it definitely
This-
collapsed or is it an illusion one? Can we
I'll
find
tell you
out?
what. Somebody roll me an intelligence check.
Right, I'll do
No,
that.
Mark.
That's one thing I've got. I want to see if I can roll over a 2.
Well, oh no, it was Mark's
No,
charisma.
Oh,
wasn't
Mark. Let me have a go.
you know I get
Oh,
plus
no.
4, yeah?
You're
Plus
still
4.
you're still retching from the thought of having drank
Yeah.
the endurance.
It's not intelligent enough to not drink piss.
Didn't
Zegric-
see it.
The way you came in probably wasn't the intended original entrance to this
Yeah.
structure, whatever it is.
Right.
These stairs probably were.
Ooh.
And there's definitely no way through at all.
No.
Not
Okay.
even if Dastor just runs out with his head.
I'll tell you what, mate, you can try it.
So if these Varg wheels normally come in a pack, why is this one alone? And that's the whole. That's everything explored now, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
There's one place where there was another route we hadn't been.
This was the route you hadn't been.
Oh, this was it. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. And there's I think at this point then what August will probably be doing is he'd be checking for secret doors and looking up and looking all around as we sort of backtrack out.
I have got a spell detect secret door, but I've only got one, so I don't know what.
How long does it last? Is it concentration?
Let me have a quick look. Actually, that'd be helpful.
Concentration up to 1 minute per caster level. So
3 minutes.
you now caster level 3. You can hold it for 3 minutes.
So we could basically, I can sprint around the whole place, can't I?
You
3
could,
minutes.
yeah, you could cast a spell and then run around everywhere.
Right.
Start one end and go the other.
Yep, I'm doing it.
Right, that's fine, but I want a fortitude save from you and a reflex save from you because you're a wizard and you're not that. I'm right in saying that you've not got particularly high strength or dex or con, have you? I would like to see how you feel. I'm not. You can definitely do it, but I want to see what kind of state you're in when you finish doing it.
Right. Okay. So what was it? Constitution and dexterity. Was it?
Fortitude and reflex.
Fortitude and reflex. Is me
He's
fortitude.
took all that bloody damage.
That's why I'm making him do fort and reflex and not into.
Here comes the 2. Oh, it'd be worse. It'd be worse than that.
So,
Oh, there's a door we're in.
is there? Where's that?
Damn.
I've just fell over. No one laugh at me.
Oh no, so I think that's my error. So that Lewis inspected and it takes you back out. Sorry,
Right. Yeah.
I think I just didn't delete it. That's my bad. I do apologise.
Ooh, no.
Dastor's not laughing at Mortis falling over because he's drenched in piss.
Surprisingly, you're not out of breath when you run through the place, and you do it in a fair time. However,
Then I come back and fall over.
at the very last bit, you just trip and you just slide into
It
the
wasn't
last
me. I
room.
wasn't there. Don't look at me.
But yeah, no. So it seems that the only way kind of forwards would have been at the spiral staircase. Just grab some tokens and I'll move you all to it so you can see what I'm talking about. Mr. Brennan. Here. You feel like that would be the way forwards, but there's no like secret hidden doors as such.
Right then.
I've got all
Well,
of them.
that's
Where's Dastor? There. Here.
if that's the case.
But it's collapsed him. So
You think that's the only way?
that would have been the only way, yeah. But it's completely collapsed, completely blocked up.
Should we done then?
It looks
Well,
like
We're
it.
done.
Would we be able to guess where this goes up to? Sort of like a geography type.
It's a little bit. So we had this when I was giving you the directions before, and we started to get confused. It's that the tunnels are that kind of windy and
Yeah.
it
Okay.
would be difficult.
Okay. Heading out.
Let's head out.
Right, so we need to
Yeah.
head back to report, don't we? From the who was it who gave us the task?
Shalalu.
That was it. I think we need to go and see her and tell her what's what.
Andosana. Sorry. Because Sheriff Hemlock is currently not in town. He has gone to Magnamar seeking reinforcements.
He's fucked off.
Yeah, he just left you guys in charge. Just left you the keys to his office and then said, "I'm out. See you later, boys." No, he'd asked you to step in temporarily until Shalalu arrived, and then the mayor would talk to Shalalu about taking over Shamrock's role while he's gone. As she's known around the town as someone to be trusted. So back through the tunnels.
Yep.
Looks like.
Okay. So I'll take you back to the map of Sandpoint, as that is clearly the. Okay. And the intention is to report in, yeah. So you'd be going to either the barracks or the town hall, depending on where she might be. So which would you like to go to first? Or do you have any of the business?
Need to have a sleep.
Yeah, we need to rest, don't we? Just town hall first, then, just to report in.
Okay, so by the time you get back out, it is dark. Because obviously you cleared out the glassworks in the morning. You went to Shalalu. She sent you down, and you were in the tunnels for a couple of hours before you got into the catacombs. You've been in the catacombs for a couple of hours, and you've come back a couple of hours. You're looking about 7-8 o'clock at night. So it's up to you whether you want to rest first or whether you want to go and see her directly.
So we go and see her and then go and have a
Yeah,
little
sorry,
sleep.
7 or 8's not
I've
that late,
just
is it? It's not so
realised-
late she wouldn't want to see us.
Yeah, I wanted to give you a time scale on everything that's gone on. So yeah. So
What do you think? See her and then bed.
Yeah.
Dastor's still got 133 tea bags to use as well.
Yeah.
And he's actually got one cobbleweed tea, which is drugs. So I'm just going to throw that in the mix at some point, like a pack of Lucky Strikes, Lucky Stars, what they are, Lucky
So
Strikes.
tea roulette.
Yeah.
You know full well Mark's going to get it, don't you?
Hardly hope for it. Yeah.
Okay, so town hall first or barracks first? If you go looking for it.
I'm easy, whichever.
Yeah, town hall.
Town hall. Okay, so you go up to, obviously you march. I mean, it's not actually that far. The glassworks is here. Town hall's here. So it's literally just an L, as you're walking up the street, you actually see Mayor Kendrick and Shilelu talking in the street in between the two buildings. And upon seeing you, Mayor Kendrick says, "Oh, so you're back. Let's go up to my office. Let's have this conversation privately. You look a little worse for wear. I will send for some coffee."
Dastor would interject at that point and say, "Tea only, please, sir." And then he's going to slip the
that's
cobbleweed tea in. Roger that, sir.
As Mayor Kendrick, she's a lady. But yeah,
Mom.
so it's been a while.
I've upset. I've really pissed her off now.
But if you're willing to provide the tea bags, they'll make you tea.
Oh yeah, Dastor will give the tea. Does everybody want a cuppa?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please.
Right, that's 7 tea bags. And
Really.
is the mayor coming as well, did you say?
Yeah, it's her office, so you'd have thought so.
Not the mayor, sorry. Who is she speaking to?
Shilelu Anderson. She is the temporary chief, sheriff.
Is she
sorry,
coming
not
with?
chief.
Is the sheriff coming as well?
Yeah, she'll be coming along. She's the one that sent you all down into the catacombs in the first place.
Sound. Dastor's given out 8 tea bags. He'll deduct that from his 133.
Okay, and yeah, unfortunately, but the mayor will thank you, but she prefers coffee.
Oh, he'll have that tea bag back then.
But Shilelu graciously accepts and just stands there with a tea bag in her hand. No, I'm joking.
I haven't put the drugs in this one though, just to clarify. Dastor's given them straight normal tea.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't actually do that.
Mortis has just limp lashed me.
I was trying to find out what it actually does. I've missed off the.
The description.
Oh, I've done it again.
It's done me again. It's done me 3 times.
Yeah, I've got it down. I've got it all down except for effect. Don't know what it actually does.
You create a dark whip-like field of energy that wraps around an enemy's neck, leaving everything except his head paralyzed until you let the whip go or is destroyed.
So I'm just limp and paralysed on the floor right now.
Well, you would have been but the version I've got just says it's just all black grayed out, so nothing happens. Oh, that's it. Okay. Let me make a range step spell. This spells 2.
Cool. So we're going up to her office, and then should we say that we've debriefed her on everything that we've done?
Yeah.
Because I can't remember everything because I wasn't here for the last session. But tell her everything we find in the catacombs.
Okay. Is it anything specific? So, how detailed are you going to be? Is my other question. Because you have shown hesitation in the past with sharing of information with people.
Dastor would have opened his mouth and started telling them what's happened. And then when it comes to the details, he'll just step back into the group and just push somebody else forward.
I'm not talking to her. I'm not doing any talking. with my.
I think we're at a point where we can be quite open with them now. To be fair, we'll tell them what we've found, where we found it, with the specifics of the other worlders and the quasi, the demon that we found.
Okay, so I'm just looking for one more little bit. Where's it gone? Right, okay. So Shalalu's just kind of, rubbing her chin through all of this, and she says, "Well, I'm certainly glad that you've dealt with the threats from below," and she puts those in kind of inverted commas, because that could have been disastrous. What were those creatures? And she's talking about the sin spawn. If they had been unleashed upon this town, God knows how much damage they could have done. You've done the town a great service there.
What?
I suppose now the only thing left to do is to try and deal with the goblins at Thistletop.
Yeah. Do we have any more information on that? I know Shalala was out scouting before she returned into town, wasn't she?
Unfortunately, I was, and you can see, like, if you remember when you first met her, she was quite beat. She'd been attacked by some goblins. Pripasmus and some of his minions waylaid me, not too far from Thistletop itself. I do know its general area, although I've never been close enough to it. I've never been there. I couldn't guide you around the place, but I certainly can point you in the right direction. Nothing out of our goblin prisoners. Unfortunately, after the one of their demises at the hands of one of your party, the other goblins have refused to talk, saying, "If you're going to kill us anyway, there is no point giving us information." And Zuto has been, unfortunately, less than forthcoming in himself.
Okay, so we need to get to Thistletop then.
Yep.
On that note, though, part of my services, me and Hemlock are somewhat friendly. I do keep an eye on the goblin bands around in the local area, and I can give you the information that I have on them at least. And hopefully we can, so at least you're armed with the information, or at least as much information as I can give you. And Mayor Kendrick will speak up. And of course, we will compensate you, of course, for your time in the glassworks. And she hands out she hands out this kind of pouch of coins.
How many coins, Tom?
Inside you will find 500 gold pieces.
Dastor would walk forward and he'd hold his hand out and take the coins happily.
This is also, of course, payment for you taking the trip to Thistletop and hopefully ending the threat there.
Anything else in the room of value, Tom?
I'm afraid not, no.
Annoying.
The shall just give you a relatively small fortune, realistically, but...
Has she not got anything decent on her?
Sorry?
Has she not got anything decent in her pocket?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She's got a tea bag.
You're welcome to try.
Really, I wanted something I could throw my dagger at and see if I could bring it back with the dagger, but it would probably frowned upon launching a dagger at her and see if she would.
The other question I have for you as a group is, do you mention the word Thassalon to anybody?
I think we probably ought to.
Yeah.
Shilelu will kind of look at Kendra, Mayor Devrin. I keep calling her Kendra, but it's Mayor Devrin. Kendra's the first name. And she'll say, "Isn't old Broder a self-proclaimed expert on Fassalon?" And Mayor Devrin will say, "Yeah, if you want to know more about that, you should go and see Broder Quink. I mean, I can only assume that Fassalon, you would be thinking, of course, of the Fassalonian Empire. But I don't know much about it myself. But Broder Quink is a self-professed expert on the on Varisian history, so perhaps you should give him a call."
Where's he going to be?
I mean, if he's not frequenting one of the many inns in town, he does have a house. He has a house down off Prickleback Lane. You'd go see him down there.
Do we know anything about him, Tom? Just by the mention of the name.
Roll knowledge local. Say how much you know. You'll get something anyway, just to be clear, but comprehensive.
Knowledge local.
Can I only use the ones that are ticked, or can I
Yeah.
use any of them?
Only the ones that are ticked for knowledge skills only.
But you
The
gave me the
rest-
caveat because I don't have knowledge local. Remember, but I had to put a point in it for only in Sandpoint.
Oh no, sorry. It's not the one. So you can roll any you put a skill rank in. The tick is just you get a bonus when you put ranks into them. Sorry.
Cool.
So
I don't have it anyway.
Yeah, but so you know him as a stuffy old man who is
That's
a
what I
bit
was waiting
uptight, and he's the kind of bloke that goes around looking down his nose at people. He's not a Sandpoint local. He moved here. You think you heard someone say because he was studying something about the old light, which is like an old tower. Sithing here, like a crumbled old tower. He'd come kind of looking into and researching that. He's a man who very much, how do I put this? He thinks he knows everything, and he acts like he knows everything.
He's a knob.
Yeah.
Bit of, yeah.
Bit of a job's worth.
Okay.
But given that you are the heroes of Sandpoint, he might be amenable to talking to you.
Trying to.
Or he might tell you to fuck off. Who knows?
Oh, like those.
There's only one way to find out.
Let's do it.
I mean, I think he's going to tell us to fuck off is more likely.
Yeah, I'll stay outside
Isn't-
with my 2 charisma.
Isn't it? Where the crumbled ruins are? Isn't that where we met the orc as well? The goblin or orc or goblin or whatever it was. A half orc was it?
That was on the Junk Beach, kind of
the
down
island?
here.
On the,
Oh,
I was
that
on the way
was-
to the
oh,
island.
yeah, it was
That
on
kind
the
of
way
beach
to the
head
island.
on a way across. But yeah, so it was like, yeah, the old light's in abandoned.
Dastor
Like,
didn't mind him too much.
no one can actually find a way into the old light. Interestingly, when I roll this on from Sam's Knowledge Local, it's this old kind of collapsed structure, but no one can seem to find an entrance at all of any description around its circumference.
Giggity.
Here, a side quest.
Nobody yet.
This is true.
So what do we want to do? Do we want to speak to him now, or do we want to take a long rest and go speak to him in the morning?
Long rest.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that if we're being realistic, that we'd do. It's getting late. He might be having his tea, and that'll piss him
Yeah.
off. You know.
It pissed me off. to be
We
fair.
need to.
He's
I
described
need
as
to
a old
restore.
man. He's already in bed, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been in bed since 7:30.
Dastor needs to cast Restoration on Mortis as well.
Yes, please. I'd love that. And Tom, I've just noticed while I was
And
looking
he's
through my
stood in the
character
office
before,
of the mayor going, shit.
I appear to have a feat called, or a feature called Arcane Bond, which I've not done anything with.
No, so you took the item.
I know it was an item.
It's usually your wand, and it counts for all the material components for your spells
I think mine's a staff.
or stuff.
could
Yeah,
be a
whatever.
No, you're getting confused with
amulet.
5e, Sam. So he had to take a feat called Eschew Materials for that.
Oh,
So
It's
it's my
mine does
staff. So what I didn't realise that what I can do with that
in Bond.
is it can cast any spell that I've got access to, even if I've not learnt it, once a day.
Sounds right to me, maybe.
Here we go. Bonded object can be used once per day to cast any one spell that the wizard has in his spell book and is capable of casting. Spell is treated like any other spell, including blah blah blah, but it can't be modified by meta magic. So I'll have to remember that because that's some proper flexibility.
Yeah, no. So Sam's partial, right? So you cast your spells through it.
Yeah.
But I think it's not that it gives you an additional spell slot, as it were, for free. It lets you cast anything out of your book as a spell. If that makes sense, because I've not been that regimented with you and making sure you've prepared X. You're supposed to prepare one spell for each of your slots.
Yeah.
Which I haven't. I'm sure you have
been doing that. Yeah.
I'm sure you have, but I haven't been particularly regimented.
Yeah.
What that allows you to do, I think, from the way it reads to me, is that you can cast any one spell that you know in place of, if that makes sense.
So
I'll double check it.
You can cast a spell unprepared.
Yeah,
I think is what it's getting at.
I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure.
Spell cannot be modified.
Use any one spell. Actually, I don't know. I'll look into it because I'm not 100% sure.
No problem. Well, I've never. So I don't want to waste any more time this time. So
it could be. Actually, the way it reads, it could go either way. So I'll look into it and I'll
no problem.
get you an answer.
Right. So were we having a rest? Was that what we were doing?
Back to the Rusty Dragon.
Rusty Ring P.
Back to the Rusty Trombone.
Yeah, so you go back to the Rusty Dragon. You know Mako, who is laid up because she was quite injured when you brought her back from the Glassworks, but I think Dastor's side piece, Bathelda, is running the shop. Whilst you're away, Lars, it was decided that you were having an affair with a 70-year-old halfling.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. As long as she's not in any way orc or goblin, because remember Dastor is racist.
No, she's a halfling, mate. So she's also heighted appropriately for you.
Perfect. He likes his women short and with a beard.
Short bearded women are the best.
And yes, you can all take a long rest. Now,
I'll just accidentally turn my computer off. 1 sec. Just turning it back on.
So how many hit points do we get back for a long rest, Tom?
I'm just double checking that now because
amount equal to your level.
There you go.
So we all heal 3 points back, but if a certain
Lars
cleric in the party channel
for
and no, fancy it, Lars.
He's having a brew. Give him a minute. Whilst he turns his computer back on.
and also, Mark, you'll heal one ability score point damage per ability. So your dex damage will go down to -1. Your charisma will go down to -4.
Or wasn't that going to get a spell cast on me?
You can't do it till tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've got to do a long rest.
You
haven't
do a long rest before you actually get all the benefits of your level up, unfortunately.
Right, so
But I
Do you
can
heal?
heal you, so you'll be at least back to full health.
right, it's defo.
So,
But you'll
do
still
you
have the
need me
lurgy.
do you need me to adjust your ability damage for you, or are you all right doing it?
Me?
No, Mark.
I think. Hang on, let's have a look.
It's the numbers in the temp box, mate. You're on the right screen.
Yeah, so
It's-
minus that goes to -1, and
That's
that
it.
goes to -4.
That's it.
Superb. Right then.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Do you know, does a short rest bring back any of my prepared
You
spells?
get all of your spell slots back.
Long rest, so we're getting them all.
Sweet.
Is everyone on maximum hit points now? Then?
We are now.
No,
Sorry, Mark. I've just messed about your. But
Look, we-
I
if you
was
want to
7. I'm 7
channel
behind.
on the previous day, so you don't use them.
Yeah, sweet. So I've channeled energy, which is 2d6, isn't it,
That's right. Yep.
for everybody? How do I roll it again? Just press
I've
it.
set it up on your cantrips for you, mate. Yeah. So you will get 7 points of healing.
Yeah,
Sweet, that's exactly how much I needed.
That's how much I needed.
So everyone gets 10 health back, essentially.
Oh, ace. That puts me exactly on 4. I was on 16.
And if you all want to thank Dastor, gold is much appreciated. Straight across the greasy farms.
Well, you took the 500 gold, so hopefully you've jotted that down on your character sheet. And also Lars, we've got. I think while you were busy having babies, we did have a fella called X15221 who occasionally watched us on Twitch. He's gone, "Hi fellas, how you doing? Ha ha, 133 tea bags."
Oh, that's for some bizarre reason reminded me. I've got Pringles. I'll be back.
It's made me want to
Damn
drink a
it,
cup
Pringles
of
is
tea.
definitely my next one. Sour cream is my next guess.
Oh, do we need to do another guess while he's gone?
You do, but I think the others should stay intact. So I think you should change yours. I'll give you the opportunity to change them if you want to. How about that?
What was mine again? Oh, mine was popcorn, wasn't it? Rubbish. He's never going to say popcorn.
He comes out with some strange stuff, to be fair.
I'm going to go populate.
Populate.
I'm still sticking with plums.
Okay. You sticking, Lars, or you changing? You thinking?
Sorry, mate.
Are you sticking with popcorn, or are you changing?
If we're all sticking, I'll stick with mine. Yeah. Who knows? He might say buttered popcorn and then walk off.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Okay, and just so I because I'm just making a note of stuff. You want Addam to have the wand.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll add that to his character sheet. It'll be a nice surprise for Jake next time he joins us. Yeah, so long rest. Good night's sleep.
Fantastic.
Unless anyone wants to have a full night's sleep.
No, I'll go.
We're all back up to health.
Yeah. So
we're going to this crumbled ruin then? Is that the plan first? Go speak to this cantankerous old man.
Yep, think so.
He has a house off of Prickleback Lane.
I could say Fickle Lane. That's rather apt.
Oh yeah, so we go to his house. But did you say he works at? He studies the
he
ruins.
studies the old light. Yeah.
So I guess try his house first. What time of the day is it? Early morning.
What time of day do you want it to be?
Well,
You tell me.
8,
What time?
9.
Are you late sleepers? Are you early sleepers?
not so early that it's going to piss him off if he's already
Well.
a bit of an Aggie guy.
Old men, they're
sleep
up at
all
6 in the morning, so they need a piss. Come on.
Yeah, to be fair, he's probably already had like 8 hours of his day empty. Might as well head over.
Get out of my life. Can we just to try and butter him up? Because would there be somewhere to get like a bacon sandwich as an offering for him on the way or something like that?
Yeah, you could certainly stop off and get him like a fresh loaf of bread or something like that.
Dastor's just had a light bulb
fish.
moment.
No.
You've said this
You
old
don't
man
need
can be
to.
quite cantankerous.
Mm-hmm.
What about if we drug his tea? Because this cobbleweed tea, if we get him stoned, he's going to tell us whatever he wants.
You don't need to worry about this. Minato's already been out this morning and brought you all a present. It's all outside the door.
Right, I'm going to bury the present.
Yeah, let's definitely do that. Let's go buy him breakfast.
Okay.
Like a bacon cob
Yeah.
and make him some tea.
You know, after I drop my kids off in at school, the first thing I'm going to do is go for a bird's cob and get a cup of tea. When I'm
That's the thing. So the thing with SWAT is that there's somewhere not far from the ambulance station that does a good breakfast. You get a hearty doorstep sandwich for like £2, I think.
Yeah, it's get stuffed, isn't it?
Get stuffed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so you knock on this gentleman's door with a steaming bacon sandwich and a nice brew, and
Dead bird.
he opens his door. And says, "Oh, the heroes of Sandpoint, please come in, come." And he's very, very receptive to. What would a group of strapping young fellows like yourselves want with a withered old man like me? Please, in, come.
Yeah, I'll step through the door. We hear you're the local expert on something that we need help with, and we decided to try and butter you up with tea and dead pig.
Well, I'll never say no to a free breakfast, but I'm afraid I don't know much about the local goblin tribes. If that's what you're here for.
No, not necessarily. Something entirely different. We've recently come across the name Thassalon.
Well, please, the Thassalonian Empire is a topic I've devoted much of my life to studying. Please, what do you wish to know?
Well, as much as you can. Do they have anything to do with the cults, demons, summoning other entities?
Wow, that is the topic of much debate. We do know that the Thassalonian Empire was a vast, vast empire that covered, most of the land that we stand on now. That's for sure. Ruled by extremely powerful wizards. Wizards of another age, much stronger than and more powerful than anything we have now, of course. In fact, the old light. I'm sure the reason I'm here, the reason I came to this pleasant fishing town, is I'm convinced this structure was key to the Thassalonian Empire. One of the many monuments that were raised in its honor. Where did you come across? I mean, there aren't many people who are interested in, I mean, the height of the Thassalonian Empire was 7 or 8,000 years ago. Nobody's really interested in it anymore. Where did you come across the name even?
Exploring the catacombs, possibly underneath the town of Sandpoint. Tell me, you mentioned the light. Do you mean the collapsed lighthouse?
Oh yes, they call it the old light. The collapsed. Yeah, the collapsed structure up on the edge of the bay.
Okay. The structure that no one can find an entrance into.
Yes, unfortunately, a source of great frustration on my part. That's for sure. I spent many years trying to find a way in.
Okay.
Do you have any idea of where you think it could be?
The entrance? No, it's
No idea at all.
no.
While he's talking to everybody, can I see anything of value?
Roll a perception check for me.
It's like the new Johnson.
Dastor at this point would tap Minato on the shoulder and be like, could we maybe get some information before we steal from the man?
And they'll come back and go, no, this is the prime opportunity to steal from the man.
Just before we pissed him off.
There's a lot of like dusty. There's a lot of books. Some of them got thicker layers of dust on them than others. Some he obviously reads. You get the impression he's not particularly rich, per se, or at least he doesn't live that way. But he's just typical old scholar. Lots of old books and stuff. But
Anything
nothing
that stands
really.
out that I might know? Of like
They all seem to be like historical records. Yeah, I'm afraid.
Ah, shite.
He does have a coin pouch at his belt.
That's a load of shit.
Does he now?
Definitely should have drugged him. I'm saving that drugs for like a really good time. Like somebody who needs to be sedated.
But I must ask.
I'll wait for the team to get the info, and then I'm going to have a go at trying to get the pouch. And replacing it with a pouch with a dead bird in
it.
Yeah, exchange is no robbery.
These catacombs. Did you come across? And he'll pull out like a piece of parchment and a quill, and he draws a 7-pointed star. Did you come across this at all in these catacombs?
We did. There was an altar.
An altar?
Yeah, with unholy water still inside. And we fought creatures from other planes.
Does that mean that these catacombs would be safe for exploration?
We can take you there.
His eyes have lit up, just like.
Yeah, we can take you there. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem.
Oh, I wouldn't want to disturb yourselves. You're far too important to escort an old man into a place such as that. I would talk to Hemlock, maybe hire some of his guards for the afternoon.
Okay. So the only other thing that occurred to me is we've got a collapsed lighthouse, and in the catacombs there were stairs.
Yeah,
that were collapsed.
I was connecting dots there as well.
So it might be worth taking some equipment with you to measure distances to try and figure out the geography of where the collapses are to see if you can find another entrance in.
Yes, I think this job might be greater than me alone, but who to ask? I think this might be a greater expedition than I can manage alone. I will think upon it. But thank you. You seem to have done me a great service here. I thought my research here had all but dried up, and perhaps I was wrong.
Out of interest, would you know anything about Thessalonian magic that would involve a spherical room?
A spherical room?
Yep.
Tell me more details.
Well, the most interesting feature is that there was a levitation spell cast on it. Runes. It was a
lined in a copper-coloured metal.
It sounds to me like some sort of ancient meditation chamber, maybe some kind of study, or you know, the feeling of floating might help with the in the aid of thinking, perhaps, for a powerful wizard. Well, it's very exciting. I think I need to get down there. But
So,
What's the question? Do we want him going down there?
yeah, alone. Oh, well, he said he's going to hire some guards. I think we need to tell the. So that's not a bad point, actually. So I'd sort of say to Broder then that I'll tell you what we'll do is we've got an appointment with the mayor later today. We'll try and convince her to send some lads over to you, so you'll have an escort. And if you wouldn't mind, anything that you find out, you can feed back to the mayor, or or to us would be.
To yourselves, of course. You know, it would be rude to exclude you from such revelations. Now that you've brought them to my attention, the greatest scholar on Thessalonian history. Of course, I would share such findings with yourself.
Because the only concern would be that we didn't manage to uncover all of the secrets, and there are other things down there that could kill you.
Yes, a proper escort would be proper. Not lightly undertaken, I think. It might take more planning than I had originally thought in that case.
I mean, to do that. Is there anything I could cast on him to give him a bit of protection on the way?
You get the implication of the conversation is that he's not going to just rush straight down there. He's contemplating a proper expedition and a proper archaeological
And proper dig site type thing.
Yeah, but you know, he's also
he's not a stupid old
clearly man. Not. Yeah, he's also clearly not that rich, so it might take some time to gather the funds.
Could I have a sort of sense motive as we're questioning him, just to see if his intentions are honourable?
Sure.
Just to make sure he is in this for the academic purposes.
I've done it twice, I didn't mean
to. You get the sense that his excitement is very much based in self-interest. So the academic revelation of like Thessalonian history would make him a legend in his field.
Right.
But you're not getting anything
evil.
Yeah,
clandestine. Clandestine.
Yeah, it's not like he's hunting for like a world-ending weapon or anything. He just wants the renown of.
Wants a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to recognise in his field.
Yeah, but now you've said world-ending weapon. I've got Bond villain in my mind now. Sat there with a cat.
Just stroking Minato, isn't he?
Yeah, hang on.
No, I expect you to make tea, Dastor.
I'm making tea. Minato's on his lap.
I'm gonna I'm gonna share the picture of him to you. It should turn up in your.
Oh, wicked!
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, he just looks like. He looks like Mr. Minagi, doesn't he? From.
Yeah.
He does a bit.
And
he's got a cat.
Yeah, the cat is nowhere to be seen currently. Maybe scared off by the much larger cat in the room. Who knows?
They're both just chasing the same mouse, aren't
Okay.
Possibly, yeah. But you do also get the distinct impression that whilst he's going to share the information with you, he perhaps probably isn't going to be willingly to share the credit for it with you. Whether you're bothered about that or not is up to you.
Not particularly. Yeah.
We're not that bothered. Yeah.
Say, we advised him to go look here.
We're not learned men. We're men of action.
Yes.
I have an intelligence of 19. I think I am a learned man.
I'm still going to say yes.
Dastor's got a charisma of 9, so.
Well, I think actually it was Mortis that came up with the that kind of came to the revelation of Thassalon in the first place. So, if I remember rightly.
Came up with what? Sorry.
I think it was Mortis that rolled the check that resulted in the link to Thassalon.
Quite possibly. I do have many knowledge skills.
Okay. So, just out of interest, was there a seat of power in Thassalon, a centre?
I mean, nobody knows for sure, but I certainly believe so. Whether my esteemed colleagues would agree with.
Oh,
Oh no,
oh no.
Oh, hello.
you're back.
Yeah.
We got to.
I can
esteemed
hear
colleagues.
you, but I think I might have just nudged my router with my foot.
Your face is frozen, but your voice is all right.
It's the camera. The camera's stopped working.
It's not a bad shot. There's worse shots that you froze on, Tom.
Yeah.
It's not one that we're going to print off and put all around you Toxicity.
Or are we?
Let's close OBS and reopen it.
Mark, we've got new words for the Mark game. If you do want to, we can win more magic items if we get it right.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't go for that reason. That's why I went to collect this sandwich that I bought because it was on reduced offer in the Tesco.
Nice.
There was another one, but I ate that on the bus.
So should we head to this? This old man's kind of told. I think he's told us everything we could know, has he? No, unless anyone else has got any more questions.
No, I'm happy with what he's told us.
Dastor's thinking that we could find a way into this little side quest, find a way into this lighthouse ourselves, and then doing the good thing would be to come back and then tell him about it.
Yeah,
because it's unlikely he's going to have raised the funds to go do his expedition by the time we're back. I bet.
No, even less funds when I'm done with it.
He can sell the dead pigeon.
Did I cut out audio? Was it just my video?
Audio just cut out. So there's the seat of power for Thassalon.
So I think it was a number of wizards, not just one, that ran the Thassalonian Empire, is the current thinking. And I certainly think there was at least one of them had a seat of power here, but my esteemed colleagues perhaps don't agree with that view.
Okay, righto. Any name?
We don't know the names of any of the Thassalonian rulers. It was 10,000 years ago. Perhaps, though, if I can get down into the into this study chamber that you've mentioned, perhaps I can decipher something. Perhaps.
Wicked. Okay. Yeah. So we'll like Lars says then. So Dastor's quite right. We'll thank him, make our excuses, and. Yeah. Do you want to go and check out these rooms then? See if we can find a way in.
Sound like there could be a thing, yeah.
I tell you what I tell you what might come in handy, Lars. With your, do you have any stone crafting, stone masonry, anything dwarf related?
I do. I've got stone cunning, which gives me +2 on perception checks to notice unusual stoneworks, such as like trapdoors, stuff like that.
Or
it's exactly what I was thinking. I thought Dastor's going to be in here.
Dastor's the man.
Stupid old man.
Is the stone from the stairs the same or similar to the stone of the crumbled lighthouse?
What do I do? Just a perception check.
Stone cunning. It's hang on.
And there's +2 to that.
Yeah, let me have a quick.
It just says dwarves gain a +2 bonus on perception checks to notice unusual stonework, such as traps and hidden doors located in stone walls or floors.
It's a perception check. You just said the keywords there right for me.
I try and use it in D&D all the time as Brungrek. Just so I get it for fuck's sake out of Dave.
You can take a couple of hours just kind of wandering the circumference.
Nice.
Yeah, that's already got my +2 on it, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Can I? Because I think I'd be over his shoulder trying to assist as well.
Okay. So going from the memory of the catacombs and this, you get the distinct impression that they were definitely worked by the same people. Yeah, so it was the same kind of stoneworking techniques we used to craft them.
Stone.
Yes, but that wouldn't be too unusual given that they're in the same region, because you're not going to transport a stone from half the country away because we don't have, that would be a very difficult undertaking.
Yeah.
As to whether the same building or not, that would be difficult to discern. But they certainly use the same, kind of probably a rough same age as well. So there's definitely some definitely positive traits towards your thinking, but they're not 100% confirmed. So yeah, you look at the same kind of like marbly stone type. Actually, let me just double check exactly what it's made of. Let me.
There's no obvious trap doors or anything, or hidden doors.
So although there's a lot of rock around it, it is the actual tower is quite smooth at the base. So it's
Okay.
there's nothing you can find. No.
Is there a way to climb in?
This is where I can help.
I was assuming you're just going to throw me.
Never toss a dwarf.
You're gonna have to toss me.
I've said the same to Soph loads of times.
This is where she materializes out of the woodwork. What?
Slaps me on the back of the head. Luckily, she hasn't seen the stream, so I did link it to her the last time we were playing, but I'm not going to link it tonight just in case. So there's no way to climb in, so we can't get Minato to go up.
No.
What about around the edge that
There must be
goes
a way
out
in.
to sea?
Yeah, so what I'm suggesting is with your check, you're kind of going around, taking your time, inspecting the stonework, and
So check the whole thing out.
yeah.
It's a dead end then. From the surface.
Yeah, from the surface.
Okay.
Minato, start digging.
Just to backtrack,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously now this is all sort of struck a chord, and it's just made me think about what you said. The collapsed tunnels, specifically the one where you said this would be a way to advance, you said they've collapsed from the top down.
Yeah.
As in above us, down onto
Yeah.
the stairs. And it was suggesting there was a downward spiral on the stairs. Or was
So
it just that it was up?
One
and
of
then
them was
collapsed
up,
downwards?
and there was a
Yeah.
second one that was down. That makes
There
sense.
is something deeper.
The one was going up, so as if there was a level or something above it, but it stopped at that level.
Yeah.
There was another one that started at the level and went down.
Okay.
So we could assume that the upwards was maybe coming to this, and the down's going somewhere else.
It's possible.
So there was a deeper level, and the upstairs would take. Okay. It'd be a pain in the arse for us to clear from in there
But
anyway.
you already you do have a way into the catacombs at least. So
Yeah. I just mean if we wanted
How's
to clear
Minato?
it quickly, it'd be a nightmare.
yeah.
Could we maybe task some of the guard when they go down with the Mr. Minagi to start trying to clear it?
From the conversation I mean, you could certainly try that. The conversation what you've had with Broder is that he wants to get a full expedition team down there. That was
He's
kind
gonna
of
do it
his
himself.
thinking. But obviously, he's got to find the funding to do that first. So potentially, he would do that as part of an expedition once he's got down there. But
Know how much it would cost him?
500 gold pieces.
I don't know, labor, tools, and all the rest of it. Who knows? Things like that could skyrocket easily. You can
Okay.
roll an appraise check if you really want to.
I think we need to feed back to the mayor what we've discussed with Broder.
Okay.
Just a brief conversation, and then just to move it along. Is it to Thistletop?
Yeah. All I was thinking though was if we could task them doing that excavation whilst we're at Thistletop, it's kind of something happening in the background. So when we get back, they could have found a way through. The old man might have been killed by a booby trap, but we can get through.
I was going to say, if we're going to tell the mayor, maybe sort of emphasise to her that we feel that they should support him with the excavation.
Yeah.
However, from what you've seen, it's not going to be a day or two job. That could
No.
potentially be months or even years of an excavation.
Yeah.
So
Then we can't blow a hole in it.
That was Dastor's thoughts when he rammed it with his head.
I've just won on you could win.
Of course you have.
What have you won now?
$2.5 grand.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rubbish.
And the Typhon tank.
And a Typhon tank.
Nice.
How
He's told me
much?
to get a look. Look, but you can't see it. You get a lottery ticket. I won
How
the
much
tackle
did you
meter,
spend to win £2.5 grand?
3.5 grand.
25 quid, and £5 of that was credit.
Honestly, Lewis, why aren't you playing the lottery?
Because I tried it once and I didn't win, so it put me off.
I want to go in on a raffle syndicate with Lewis, but
I know,
Lewis just buys all the tickets.
Yeah, I'm with you on that actually. Yeah.
Why can't I? Did I manage to steal that guy's pouch of money?
You never tried because we've only just wrapped up that conversation. So we're, but you're welcome to give it a go if you really want to. But the question is,
Also,
Through my
it's
mind.
an
Take
absolute
his
moral
money.
dilemma.
if you take his money, how's going to fund the expedition?
Well, he's not
As
anyway.
Tom
Is he?
to Lewis.
Let's be real.
This poor old man's just trying to get by, and he's just going to find a pigeon in his bag.
Could we not blow up a part of the wall and get in that way into the tower, or is that just thinking too outside the box? We have somebody that knows stonework. Surely they'd know the best parts to put explosives to bring some of it down.
Well,
But would they want to do it and risk damaging what's inside?
Yeah, I think that this is dealt with. I get the impression that we've explored as much as we can explore down there, and anything else is that Broder is going to take it over with the mayor's assistance.
Yeah, let's go tip off the mayor then. Tell her to start getting some people down expedition in the hole and get to Thistletop.
That's not a euphemism for something, is it, Oz?
Oh yeah. It's another reason why I'm not telling my wife to watch this one.
Okay, so the conversation with Devrin is going to be a pretty. I mean, she wasn't expecting you. Wasn't expecting you to go back to her if you go back. So it's quite surprising. Oh, I didn't expect to see you so back so quickly. I thought you'd go and talk to Shalala about Thistletop. Can I help with anything?
Just
force me.
yeah.
I can certainly look into it, but this isn't exactly the richest of towns. I would have to seek funding from Magnamar, which might take a little bit of time. But I'll certainly happily put a request in for funds. It might be something that's more privately funded, unfortunately, especially given the goblin attacks and the state of the town right now. But I will certainly do my best.
Dastor would walk over and he'd hold her arm and get her to hold out an open palm, and he'd slip one silver piece in and say, and then close a palm on it and go, "That's there to get you started, lassie."
You're too kind.
I'll just
Incidentally,
deduct that from my bag.
I'll make the handout for her as well visible so you can see what she looks like.
Oh, it wasn't
She
2
good
grand that
looking.
I've won. I've won 200 quid. That's infuriating.
It's still impressive, but it's not quite as impressive as I'd be a bit gutted if it. Yeah.
I
Still
know
well
someone
done,
that lost 5 grand on one bet.
Oof.
Do they put it all on black?
No, it was a Man U game. It was Man U to win against somebody really shit, and they drew.
God.
Classic.
You know him, Graham. It was Graham Parker.
Yeah, but Parker did have a lot of money.
He's a millionaire, yeah. So
His job was to fire people, basically.
yeah,
His job was to turn up, be a tool, and then leave again. But yeah.
yeah.
Wait, they pay a lot of money for that?
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong
He's
I've
job.
been doing that for years.
He's one
Yeah.
of the top executives at Sky. I think he's about 3rd in the whole company, something like that.
You have to get a first in economics and be trained by one of Margaret Thatcher's wise men. It's you do. Yeah.
Mark, Dave, I'm an arsehole from day to day. It sounds like the perfect job for me. I feel like I have the natural skill.
Not a word of it.
So she will basically say, thank you very much for looking into it, but personally, Sandpoint doesn't have the money to fund such an expedition. Sources would have to come from somewhere else.
Yep.
She expects that Brodeur Quink will probably try and get funding from maybe even from the University of Absalom, who might be willing to fund such an expedition, because Thassilonian, although there's a lot of interest in it in academic circles like that, it doesn't come up often. So they may well be willing to fund the dig, but it's going to take a few weeks or months to sort. So,
Well, it was worth a try.
No problem.
Thistletop, then, is it?
Off to Thistletop.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to talk to Shalelu.
Shalelu,
I need to expedite neurogeny very quickly.
and
No, not even close.
Don't even.
Back on the long
Urogeny.
shots right again.
I don't know what that even means.
No, I'm trying to Google it. I don't even know how to spell it.
I'm guessing it's like neuro and then ogeny, OGY. Knee.
Neurogeny or urogeny?
I think he said urogeny.
This is what
You
you say.
Roger
It's like
who?
when you say bowl too many times and
I
it sounds
know.
funny. I love when you see on somebody's.
There's orogeny, OROGNY, a mountain built or mountain, but it is the result of a collision between two land masses. It's probably that one.
Yeah.
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 That sounds like a very
He's a geologist, isn't he?
Yeah.
See, we're never going to get that word.
No.
That wasn't even in my vocabulary.
So now everyone's going to be googling like geologist terms.
Why didn't I think of that? Right, Mark.
Okay.
Yo,
You just said you were going to expedite what?
an orogeny.
An orogeny, which is the collision of land masses.
Yeah, it's a mounting forming event.
I googled
We had
it.
to Google it.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I knew what that was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did. I have got a degree in geology.
Yeah, that's 'cause I heard you wrong at first, and I couldn't find it, and then it came up as a suggestion.
Yeah.
I was like, it's probably that because he's a geology guy.
I'm a very sad man for even remembering that.
Right,
Yeah. Oh,
we need to
yeah,
find the way. Go speak to Ujima Flog
Yeah.
so we can get to the John.
Yeah.
So, Shalelu actually, when you meet her, invites you out for lunch. She wants to take you out for a light lunch,
Yeah.
as her own personal thanks for your service to the town.
Oh,
So she takes you back to the Rusty Dragon, which appears to be
Can
the
I spend that
nicest thing in
silver
town.
piece I've just given her?
No, you gave that to Mayor Devrim.
Oh, no, I
Clearly,
did, yeah.
different lady.
Who was Dastor sleeping with again?
I think Bethelda, I think her name is.
Where's she now? Because Dastor wants to say one final goodbye.
Bethina, sorry. Bethina Corwin, her name is.
Bethina.
She got a
Bethina.
beard.
And she works at, she's a halfling, so no.
Ah.
She got a few whiskers of mustache, though, because she's in her 70s. But she
Yeah.
she works at the Rusty Dragon. She works for a Mako at the Rusty Dragon.
Dastor is not a picky dwarf.
Any holes of gold.
Dwarf for you, isn't it?
So she sits you down.
Is she
And says, so go on, get it out.
I was going to say, when we go to the Rusty Dragon, is she even still alive?
Oh yeah, she's running the place. America is still laid up, but she's she actually looks younger than she ever has. You know, it seems to have given her a bit of a spark of energy. Being, you know, having
That's
to
what Dastor does. It's his cleric healing energy. He channeled energy straight into her.
Ooh, I hope she wiped up.
Talking of,
So
I don't
the
know why she's
Fountain of
reminded.
Youth was a
Has
dwarf
anyone
all
seen the
along.
video? Sorry, to oh god, WAP by oh god, some rapper Cardi B.
Yeah. I've not
Yeah.
seen the video, but I've heard the song. It's just crude,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, you want to see the video? She's like, if I was watching it with my, watching it by myself. Yeah, this is great. If I'd been watching it with my children, that I don't have, thankfully, it would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I saw that video years ago with all the women with the jackhammers in like the bikinis.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
It was my favourite old man comment that I've ever come out with. I can't remember it was at work. It was someone young was appalled that I've never heard of Cardi B, and my response is, "Well, I know what a cardigan is, but
Yeah,
old man comment."
I recommend watching the video at some point. Just don't have the sound on. Songs.
Is it a light a candle, make it special moment?
Yeah. Right, I've distracted enough. What we were going to get something.
So you sit
Yeah,
down
we're just
for
going to the-
lunch with Shalelu.
Yes,
A very beautiful elvish lady. I couldn't find her picture to hand out. I'll see if I can find it for
Not
you.
going to speak to her because I've still got 3 charisma.
Dastor's only 9, but if you're not picky, mate, you can get yourself a nice 70-year-old.
Mine's only 7 when it's not been reduced.
Wasn't the Lesser Restoration available now? We've had a sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, do you want to waste a spell slot now, though? I mean,
I've not got it yet until we do a long rest.
You've done a long rest.
Done a long rest.
You've done the long rest.
Oh, can I use restoration now then, can I?
You certainly can, yeah.
Well, there you go.
What a guy.
I'd apply that to your charisma damage because you'll heal your dex tonight.
Yeah, that sounds perfectly good to me.
Mark's shown you this before.
You need to roll a 1d4, mate.
All right, Andy.
That is
How do I do it on here? Just a 1 on the left. Do I roll it or does Mark roll it?
You, I think, if it's your
You
spell.
roll it, mate. Yeah.
Just because then it applies for everybody, I guess, doesn't it? Ooh. Sorry about that, Mark.
It's all right.
Hold on, that was a D4.
Dastor's still.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's 1d4, isn't it? Yeah, 1d4.
It's still
Dastor's still a bit shaky after his experience with that 70-year-old hag.
Yeah. Loving
Trying to read.
Let's pop that in there. Yeah,
So,
we're down to -3 now. Get it.
no, okay. I can't make it available as a handout, unfortunately. It's not on here, so me showing you the picture will have to do. So she sits you down, and now I've lost the page I had up. Here's this. Cool. So, and you know, she orders lunch, and I suppose the first order of business is to give you the directions to get to Thistle Top. So, and she pulls out like a map of the local area, which you've all seen before. I can find the right one. That one.
Yep.
So if you follow the main road east, there should be, again, I don't, some of this, are all the names and stuff of places up on this?
Yes,
Or
they
you?
are.
They are on mine, yeah. Devil's Platter and all that.
Okay. So if you head east along the main road, which is that yellow path that follows round, you want to follow it until you get pretty much to the river, and then follow the river north through the Nettle Wood, and that will take you to Thistletop. It will take you about, to get to the river, will take you about a day, maybe a day's travel on along the main road, maybe a day and a half on foot. And then at which point, you know, going through, you'll be slowed down a little headed through the wood as it's quite overgrown and thick. It is also known goblin territory, so you may well come across some bands of, you know, the closer you get to Thistletop, the more likely it is that you'll encounter resistance. What's concerning about the letter is it seems that they are for the first time working in a coordinated manner. So I'm given to understand you have some information on the local goblin bands. However, you got them from a goblin, and I too make it my business to track the comings and goings of each of the goblin bands. So I can tell you, for example, that the gentleman that you killed during the raid was not, in fact, Rip Nugget. The goblin you spoke to was mistaken. I believe he was he a part member of Bruthasmus's gang? Is that correct?
We were given information that Rip Nugget was the leader of the Thistletop goblins.
That's correct.
And Bruthasmus the Bugbear is from the Nettlewood, but they're a roaming gang.
That's correct.
So,
sorry, maybe I missed something, but when you say the one we killed, who are we specifically talking about? We've killed a few goblins. Are we on about the one that was...
The rumor that I'd heard is that Rip Nugget had led the attack on Sandpoint and was killed by yourselves, which was false.
Okay. So
that was the rumor I heard from guards.
Right. Righto. So
Nugget,
still alive.
Almost certainly.
Would that be one of the ones we fought in the first combat?
Yeah, he doesn't ride a goblin dog for a start.
I was trying to remember he was riding something, but I couldn't remember what.
But some of the guards mistook him because he was a mounted goblin, and Rip Nugget has a reputation for riding some creature. I've never seen it myself, but there's a rumor that he rides some kind of beast. But he's not. Goblin dogs are more common than that.
Ooh.
So he is definitely still in play, as it were.
Okay, so any other details about Rip Nugget?
He is possibly one of their greatest heroes. Although I've never crossbladed with him myself, he's known to be a formidable fighter. As I say, he normally, from report, is always mounted, but no one can really identify what the creature is that he's riding. But he leads the Thistletop, but it's unusual that him and Bruthasmus would work together, as they are rivals in the same area. Bruthasmus tends to settle around Nettlewood and Mosswood, and Thistletop is definitely on the coast north of Nettlewood. So they have come into conflict more than they have worked as allies.
Okay, right. So, and there's as far as rumors go, do we know of a Gazwhacker?
Oh, I remember Gazwhacker.
That sounds like a euphemism.
I have never heard of a Gazwhacker.
I've got two.
Let's all get our twangers out.
Okay.
My
So in
twangers
terms
big
of
and red.
if you're talking about the local goblin heroes, there's another called Corvus, but he'd been missing for several months. He was wielding a sword that was too large for him, but he vanished a few months ago. His tribe have elected a new leader, but I don't know who that is. I haven't been down to the Brinestump Marsh in a while, and that's their area that's where they tend to be focused on. That's their territory, if you like. So,
okay, that's cool. That's a fair bit south from where we're headed.
Yeah.
And what about the Tickwood Toad? That we're going past Tickwood to get to Thistletop.
Tickwood.
And I've got the Seven Tooths. 7 teeth. Surely that's 7 teeth.
Corvus is the leader of the seven tooth tribe.
Okay.
So they're based further south, or was the leader, I should say. He's reported missing.
And that's at Brine Stumps, you say?
Brinestump Marsh, yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's reported that he found a secret hideout in a cave along the cliffs, but I don't know what that means.
Okay.
The only other one you should be concerned about with Phasmus. I fought him myself several occasions and have failed to kill him on every turn. He is a ferocious fighter. And particularly hates elves. So if you're elvish or half elvish, he will be after your ears.
Bastard.
Okay, good to know. Possibly to use against him as well.
Any of us, Elwyn?
I'm half elf.
Oh, are you? I couldn't remember if you were half elf or human.
He kind of dresses. He's a bit Tannis half elf, and he dresses mostly as a human. Still has a beard and sort of longish hair. But
I will say this though. I of course was ambushed by Bruthasmus in the southern part of the Nettlewood, and on my usual route, kind of trying to keep my eye on the things. But I passed through the Tickwood and Shankswood, and there were no goblin tribes to be found.
And that's unusual, I take it.
Yes, which is what pushed me to push me up further east, to check to see effectively to find out what's going on. There's no good me report back to Sandpoint that they weren't there and not be able to tell them where they'd gone. And that's when I was attacked by Phrithasmus.
Okay, can you
follow the coast if where we've got to go along the coast? Could we not follow the coast rather than travel through the woods?
You could certainly try.
Just looking at the map.
You can certainly give that's certainly one way to approach it. However, Thistlestop itself is an island off the main, is a small island just off the main body of the land.
So can we sail to it?
The waters are, you can again, it's certainly an approach. I myself am not much of a sailor, but if you can find someone willing to take you that way, it's certainly a possibility. I haven't actually seen it myself. I can't get close enough to it. I've tried several times, but been repelled by goblins every time. They defend it vigorously.
Defend the island, so
and the area on the mainland as well.
Okay, how do the goblins get to the island?
One thing I have seen is there is a bridge, a wooden rope bridge that leads from the mainland over.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna have to come from the mainland, aren't we?
Okay.
Dastor at this point would be saying, "Let's just plough through the dirty greenskins."
Like a bastard.
Oh, can Dastor look to the side and spit on the floor when he says greenskins as well? Just
Shadow will raise a mug to that.
Vermin.
Okay.
It is certainly possible that there is an entrance at sea level, but I couldn't say for sure.
Okay. Would Shillelagh be able to corroborate the fact that the goblin tribes seem to have joined forces?
That's certainly my theory. It'd be unusual for there to be no goblin bands at all around Tickwood, around the outskirts. You know, I'd expect to see some traces of goblin tribes, and they were gone. They weren't around. I can't, unless something's wiped them all out magically, which I find difficult to believe. We've been trying that for years ourselves. That they would suddenly all just be eradicated. So it would certainly look that way.
Okay, I think we've got a destination. We know the approach then by land.
Yeah.
So
Dastor would reply as well, saying, "You've not been trying hard enough," and then again spit on the floor.
She seems very much less impressed with that comment. Yes, well, I am only one person after all, and Hemlock has the security of the cities to think about, and we're not. Magmar don't exactly allow us to have a standing army. So
Dastor, just because he's so stubborn and stuck in his ways, just go off in a huff like, and just go stand by the water.
But yes, if you follow the river north, that should lead you in the direction. Or you could cut round and try and, as you say, follow the coastline. They would be the two. I normally follow the river because the river is an easier path, in my opinion. But then perhaps that's why I keep getting ambushed by goblins. Who knows?
well, my thought process was just to allude more to it, it was looking at the map was to follow the river, like you said. And when we got to the woods, circle the woods north until you hit the coast, and just follow along the coast until we get to where we need to get. Plus, it saves us having to fight our way through the woods.
You can see the yellow path, can't you? Because that's the main road. That's like the equivalent of the
No.
King's Road.
No,
Right. Okay.
can't see
So
a path.
there's a. I think it's the road. Certainly, what I'm sure. God damn it.
So we've kind of again got two potential routes: coastal or the road,
No,
straight
I'm
through
looking
the
at
middle.
Look at the wrong thing. It's the red. Is it? What's the appendix for this? I'm sure that's.
The map we've got is a Sandpoint Hinterlands, and it's got lots of things on it, you know, woods and mountains, etc., and they're all named. But there's no roads. There's obvious paths between woods. Do you know what I mean? Because of the way they're designed, but there's no obvious roads on there.
Yeah, no. So there's the Lost Coast Road. I am right. So there's the Lost Coast Road runs a kind of
Yeah,
through the
that's what I mean.
woods.
There's an obvious path, but there's no actual road.
Yeah, that's so. There's the Lost Coast Road runs pretty much where you'd expect through those gaps. It edges the Pauper's Graves, and then comes down to the river here and crosses it there.
Right. Whereas obviously I was thinking of getting to the Pauper's Graves,
then heading north
and
and
heading
round.
up to the coast and then round that way.
Apparently, I've deleted. So that key should be on the map, and apparently I must have deleted it. But yeah, so that's the main road, the Lost Coast Road. So that would take you most of the way to where you need to go. So, then it's up to you, as you say, whether you want to head north round the Pauper's Graves and up following the coast, or to follow the river through the woods. That's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dastor's still off on his own at the moment in a huff, so he'll just follow the guys when they all start moving.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a few days' travel ahead of us then.
At least a day and a half, haven't we? Not two.
Does anyone have a time limit for tonight? Because we've hit 10:30 now. But...
Yeah, I can't be too late tonight.
Well, it's a convenient place. Well, we can do the journey, can't we? See if there's any encounters, we might have to leave them, but we can at least get there and start there next time.
Yeah,
that sounds good to me.
Okay. Did you want to get to stop and grab any provisions, or you're happy with what you've got? Because obviously,
I think I've got.
I think I've got rations.
Beyond provisions. Yeah, I've got 10 trail rations. Oh no, 5. I've trail rations.
5 trial rations as well.
Yeah.
And 126 tea bags.
I've got 5 packs of rations as well.
Okay. So, you can probably, following the road, you can probably get to. Somebody's drawn the road. Someone's drawn
I've tried.
the map, haven't they? Yeah. I wonder if I can make. It's frustrating that the Lost Coast Road isn't visible to you guys.
How close was it?
Pretty bloody close.
Well, to be fair, I mean, it's quite obvious, isn't it?
I have a pair of underpants.
Well, I looked at the map and I thought if I was going to build a road, where Dave's put it is where I would build it.
Yeah.
According to a map.
I'll have a look into that for next time. Anyway, so it's. I assume you literally just go, right, we're off then, see you, thanks for lunch, and head out. Is that the plan? You're still pretty early in the day, so
kind of, yeah. Yeah, as long as we've got enough rations and tea bags, I think we're good to go.
I don't know if you've got enough tea. Not at the rate that Dastor drinks it anyway.
Yeah, he's only got 200 tea bags or something now.
I've got 126, and you
bloody
guys
hell.
can have 6.
That's emergency measures.
Well, that's why we've got to get there quick.
Yeah.
Any hold ups, let's kill them as fast as possible.
Let's go the turquoise road because that looks quicker.
That's Dastor's route because he wasn't listening.
Have you been on the special tea?
Climb the mountain, come back down from the mountain for no reason.
It's actually called cobbleweed tea. The drugs are so.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty pleasant view actually, especially as you leave Sandpoint, because you've got kind of the view of what looks like the open sea. Nice hilly terrain to your right as you're kind of walking along the Lost Coast Road. So, do you want to all roll a perception check for me as a group perception check?
Yes, I'm sure we can manage a bit of perception. Let's see if I can roll over a 1.
I mean, the odds are in your favour for rolling higher than a 1.
Oh, I got a 4.
Good God, Mark.
I think
4 times better than what you expected.
It looks like a D20 on the screen, but I'm sure it's actually just rolling a D4. I've just been dead lucky.
Even when I went to try and cure you of all your ailments, I fucking got a 1.
Yeah, they don't call me Jeff Low Roll for nothing. Oh, in fact, at all, but they ought to.
And Lewis ironically left his desk just as we needed him to roll the perception check.
He's probably just he's gone off to go and win something else, hasn't he? Here he is, look.
Yeah. Roll a perception check for me, mate.
Someone was knocking on the door with another prize. Lewis, you should enter that O maze and win like a multi-million-pound house.
What, and then sell it for plastic crap?
Yeah, and then sell it and just be like, how much Warhammer will this get me? £2 million.
That'll get you all of it, I'm pretty sure.
Gotta be a good sizable chunk on it.
That's a point. It is older metal miniatures a thing, because Mark's got a whole 10,000 point orc army in his roof.
I have, and it's up for grabs if anybody wants. If anybody wants it for nothing, for absolutely nothing.
You want to look into that on eBay because some of those
try and sell it on
things
eBay. Yeah,
really
you could make serious money for it. Yeah.
I saw a untouched box of Bretonian Knight for 150 quid.
Whoa!
I'm just saying.
And that was what, a 20, 30 quid box, if that, back in the day?
Yeah, some of my figures are plastic. I got boxes where you had to build them yourself. And you'd end up with the sorest fingers after snapping them all out of the plastic frame thing. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a
the metal ones were cool because it felt weighty when you were putting your units down.
Mine are old enough to be lead.
Yeah. You've got lead poisoning, but you're having good fun.
And the other thing as well is that is it a 40k army or a
40k?
Yeah. I was going to say, if it's fantasy battle, there's a lot of interest in that at the minute because the old world's coming back.
Well, there's vehicles in there as well. I know I've got a Land Raider. I've got, I think I've got a Rhino. I've got, a few Imperial tanks that the Orcs used to be allowed to have them because it was assumed they'd just stolen them or, scavenged them from the battlefield. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in there. I'm sure it's worth money, but still, if anybody wants anything, you can.
I used to collect orcs because they're really fun to play, but they're a ball ache to paint because they're ragtag, aren't they? So there's just a lot on them.
Yeah, and there's lots of detail as a general. All Games Workshop's figures are brilliant, but then again, they've got to be for what they charge.
Yeah.
Be the dog's bollocks when you're charging that much for it.
But so you're traveling along, the Lost Coast Road. It's a pretty well kept road as well as it goes. But you don't really see many other people using it. And you know, the attacks on Sandpoint now would have somewhat spread a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy going. You don't see any kind of signs of attack. You don't really see any real signs of life other than the occasional seagull. And you make pretty good time as well, I think, to be fair. And you said you were looking to stop at the Pauper's Grave to come off.
That was just my suggestion. I'll go with the group.
Yeah, no, it sounds good
It's
to
fine.
me.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking an alternative.
So how many long rests will we be having? 1 or 2? Before we go?
At least
Definitely
aren't
one.
Yeah.
Possibly 2, depending on survival checks as you kind of following the coast.
Right. So I've still got this.
Cool.
It's 2 charisma. So. Right.
You can also have your spell slot back now. Also, wow, Lars could cast it on you in theory.
Can I do another restoration on him? Yeah.
Oh, what
Yeah,
a
you
guy.
could-
Yeah, because we've got.
Let's
Yeah,
hope. Here comes another one. Oh, I need to roll the d4.
Ideally, you'd have a minimum of.
It's a
30.
one. It's obviously a one.
it was obviously going to be. I mean, I really appreciate the effort.
You are
Right.
sticking it on your charisma, aren't you, Mark? You've not put it on your dex because you'll heal that one on a long rest.
But you have
That one I've already healed because we'll be taking a long rest.
in theory, Lars.
I'd already dealt with that.
You can cast that as many times as you've got spell slots in theory.
Yeah, and then they all come back with a long rest anyway. So
Yeah.
I might as well just cure it all, fully restore him, hadn't I?
A 1 is now perfectly acceptable. It's only
It's a 4
minus
now.
1.
It's a 4.
Obviously. Thank you very much, sir. That is much appreciated. I'm back up to my usual charismatic 7. Yeah.
7.
He's a necromancer. No one likes him.
Dastor's just both of us are still stinking a piss as well. So no one likes us at all.
Excuse the smell, it's me. Yeah. Need to be drenched in piss.
So, in terms of the Pauper's Grave was, and a couple you'd know this. It's local history. Was where they used to bury people
Paupers.
before the boneyard opened. So, like the workers that built Sandpoint are buried here.
A long way to take a poor person's body, isn't it?
Yeah.
And are you how are we gonna split the watches overnight?
Dastor will take first watch.
I'll go second then.
If we're near to a mass graveyard, I want to take it with Mortis and watch him very closely.
I think the other thing we need to consider is our abilities because it's going to be night time. So
I
we
do have
want
dark
dark
vision, to be
people.
fair. 60 foot.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
see jack in the dark actually, but I can have me dancing lights.
So I'll take a watch as well.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I'm leaving I haven't got
each.
anything that I need to go into a graveyard for, I don't think. So I'm not that interested as it stands.
That's what they all say. Okay, so first watch.
Dastor.
Roll a perception check for me, please.
Roger.
Roger.
I see it every single it's always in the same place, but I still struggle to find it.
I think, yeah, and it's a very
Can't see
different
it
layout,
looking.
isn't it? To find it,
Yeah.
you know. So I know that's what you're used to. So, pardon me. So your watch, other than a beautiful sunset, passes pretty much without incident. Nice.
Maybe you get to share it with me.
Does
Have
anyone
any
get
of the
to
other
get in?
guys gotten up early to come and see it? No one wants to sit with stinky piss Dastor, do they?
Did you not have a bath before you left at the Rusty Dragon? Bath had been drawn.
He
from
never
the ritual.
baths.
chuck him in the sea.
Yeah, he'll walk off into the sea now and just have a quick scrub.
I wanted to
Not
shit in the
close enough
sea.
to the sea to be thrown in just yet, but
I had to. I really had to. There was no other option.
so whoever's got a second, can I take a perception
That's
check
me.
for yourselves?
Yeah. Oh, it's not
Can I
being
cast
fair.
guidance on people before their watch?
Only the watch.
Oh,
Only the watch following yours,
Yeah.
because I think you'll be asleep after that. Otherwise, you won't get your.
Only makes it a 7.
yeah. I've
Yeah, still not
basically
great.
I've basically fell asleep, effectively.
So you do hear some rustling in the bushes that are on the outskirts of Shankswood.
Mortis has been in my tea, hasn't he?
I'll send one of my dancing lights over in that direction till as far as I can, see if I can see anything.
Okay. You just kind of you see this you see the rustling in this kind of bush, and that'll go on. Do you approach it? Do you get anybody up, or are you just gonna wait?
I'm just going to keep my eyes
Just
peeled on it. If
It's
nothing's
just
come
going
out,
to be Minato. Minato's just having a shit.
Yeah. So after a while, it does kind of die down, and then you see a rabbit just dart out of the bush.
well,
Other
still,
than
just
that-
in case, I'll just keep my eyes on it anyway until
Dude,
my
you
watch has ended.
You could have woke me up and we could have had fucking rabbit stew for breakfast.
Yeah, actually, can I kill the rabbit?
Sure, you got a crossbow. You can give it a shot.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Ray of Frost the shit out of it.
Actually,
Hey, at least
yeah,
it preserve
Keep
it.
it
Yeah.
fresh and
I'm
refrigerated.
better. I've got a better chance with Ray of Frost. Here we go.
Do you remember when we first started creating?
Hit it, you're gonna meet or beat a 14. No. Just too small, too quick for you, mate.
Boston.
Should you use
Which
magic
character
missile?
was it? Which character was it? I was creating, and I think it was Dastor, and I was trying to bring ice creams with me, and he said, "Well, why are you going to keep them cold?"
Yeah, it
I
was
was just
Dastor,
carrying
you're right.
around these melted ice creams.
Yeah.
Right, just as well that nothing came my watch because I was rubbish. So
So who's taking third?
Who's
Is
next?
that-
Yeah, I'll get them.
Okay.
Nice.
So you see like signs of local wildlife, but nothing that you deem to be a threat. You
Okay.
don't get the feeling you're being watched, And with your background, when you're being watched by something, and you don't get that feeling today.
Cool.
Which brings us to Zegric.
Oh dear. He's a bit bleary-eyed.
But passes uneventfully.
Whew.
Which brings us to the morning. If you're heading off road, you're going to want someone to be making survival checks to try and. Obviously, you're going to follow the coast, but also you're looking for signs of tracks, aren't you? That might lead
I'll do it.
towards an entrance or stuff.
I was going to say, I got a +1.
No, I'll do it. I've got background of a hunter.
Here we go.
Just survival, Tom, yeah?
Yeah, survival, please, mate.
24.
Nice.
Survived.
Okay, excellent. So as you're following the coast, you do become aware of some paths that are leading off into the Nettlewood as you're getting kind of closer and closer. In the distance, you kind of start to see this kind of standing at this lonely island just off the coast. However, you're at a height at this point, so it's not a beach. This is cliffside. So you're not going to be swimming across to it anytime soon.
Is there a bridge going across to it?
And you can see in the distance the rope bridge leading on to the mainland.
But nothing crossing the bridge either side. Nothing.
Not from as far away as you are right now. No.
What's the approach like to the bridge? Are we covered?
It's that area is covered. It goes into like a copse of trees. So it goes into the wood itself. It's not exposed at all.
And the island or whatever it was itself, is it like from what the side we can see, is that also cliffs and then a plateau, or is it?
Looks to be cliffs and a plateau. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we probably did make the right decision not going by sea then.
But obviously it's hard to gauge the rest of. Do you know what I mean? The rest of the
Yeah,
plateau
yeah.
you can't
From the
see,
side
so,
that we can see.
Yeah. So, and as you approach, you do start to see more and more signs of the use of these small trails that lead you off into the woods, as if they're kind of well travelled.
Hmm.
We're going to follow the cliffs in slowly, cautiously.
Yep.
Okay. So the plan is.
What are you laughing at?
To try and follow the cliffs as far as you can. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, we're going in. We're going in the opposite direction from the massive phallus that Mark's just drawn on the map.
I just realised it was possible
missed
to
that.
draw a comedy penis and I hadn't done it.
Let me flip back.
There's always one.
You know, you're getting tired when you did that.
What does that say about me? I find that sort of thing funny all the time.
Okay, so as you get closer and closer, it becomes evident that you're going to have to follow one of these trails into the woods to come round. So let's see if I can draw a. It's almost like Mark's route here, in that there's. If you, no, I do need to kind of draw it, I suppose. You get to a tip, which there is beach around, if that makes sense. I could choose a drawing tool. Hang on.
Did you say get to the tip?
Yeah,
Dave's gone.
yeah.
I heard the word tip, looked up, and there's Dave. I was like, he's gone. He's done.
Right. No, that's a shape. Tokens. How are you freehand drawing? That's what I want to know. I can only draw shapes, apparently.
It's the paintbrush.
If you press the paintbrush and then the first option freehand or Control F.
Try Control F because I don't have a. Aha, there we go. Right, so you come to the point here like that, and what surrounds is like beach.
God's sakes.
I honestly can't tell what we're supposed to actually be looking at now. Which
the
dick are we
green
looking at?
I'm sorry, I'm very immature.
Which dick is it? We're going to Ashen's Rise now.
Yes, if you look down by Ashen Rise and the green, and then the mainland seems to come back round, but that's all wooded, and this is like the coastline. I should have done this on a white background, really. It's not a peninsula, is it?
No, it's the opposite, isn't it?
Yeah. So
But
you
it's
need
an
to
eddy on a river, and I can't think what you'd call it. The cliffside.
But it becomes evident that you need to take one of these kind of lesser paths that you saw that was well travelled a little bit further back.
So we follow the cliff as far as we can and realise that the cliff front then turns inwards, and we can't progress any further without going into the woods. But we need to travel slightly backwards to use one of the predetermined paths to get around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that survival check of 24, you can find the most well-travelled one if you want to. Give you the.
Or do we want to take the challenging route?
Oh.
Well, no, because you'll probably want the better travelled because it'll be quicker of foot, won't it?
Yeah, Dastor's already getting tired because he's got little legs.
You're only good at sprinting.
You know what they say? Little legs.
Yeah,
Socks.
really good at drawing penises. It's not the kind of qualities. It's not the kind of qualities. It's not the kind of I don't know skills that's going to put men on the moon, is it?
No.
It's never on your CV.
I don't know, mate. You get up there, I can virtually guarantee there's a penis on the moon still now.
Oh yeah, if Armstrong didn't
One
put
of
a
them,
dick on
one
the
of them
moon,
did it. One of
what
them
was
did
the
it.
point in going? One small step for man, one giant penis for mankind.
And
I'd
then
love to see that from space on your telescope. Just zooming in, there's just a giant dick.
last question for you is: can somebody roll me a D100?
Whew, who's doing it?
But
Definitely
Minato-
not Mark.
Not me.
Minato
No.
is
Let Mark do it.
Yeah,
Minato
Mark,
is
you do it.
Sam's done it, 73.
found a trail that he's pretty confident is going to lead you towards the peninsula. So towards what you know now is what you've seen as this on top. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Is that going to be 73 goblins suddenly come out? That-
73
what have we
young
done?
black dragons swoop down. No. So yeah, so Minato's got a path that he feels confident in. The question is, I mean, you can scale down to the beach if you've got the rope. It's probably a 30 or 40 foot drop, and try and scale the other side if you really want to.
How far would the swim be?
Ooh.
Roughly, tell me. I don't need.
To get round to Beachhead, you're probably looking at a 15-minute swim.
Dastor is not a great swimmer as well, guys. I tell
I've
you.
got a swim speed of 5 feet.
Yeah, check.
Minato doesn't even like water.
Yeah, won't even get wet. Need to get a spray gun, one of those mist spray things for when you're being naughty. Just spray you.
Yeah, when you see him eyeing up an old man's purse, just give him a quick squirt. With the Eidolon's piss.
Oh, referee. Yeah, Eidolon in the little jar. Here we go.
Dastor just wants to see somebody else stinking like him.
Oh.
So
Well,
swimming.
I've got confidence in Minato's abilities. I'll say we go for that one.
Okay. Any other thoughts or?
August is very much front door, direct approach.
Yeah. Let's do
Okay.
Easy
Dastor's
painful
front
type
door as well.
Oh, we're getting a new map.
Let me just.
New pictures.
Uh-oh.
Make a weird noise.
Anyone else got
This is where it's going to be really dark.
30 feet button on there?
30 feet button.
Yeah, over there.
It's a very big button.
Oh, hello. We're right down south. I've seen it.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, sorry, I'm one by one dropping your tokens into an appropriate place. And I will suggest that it's questionable whether Addam's with you or not, but if he is, he has got his Eidolon out already. He's already summoned his Eidolon. So I will not hamper him. I think that's all of you. Yeah, that is all of you.
I can't find anything on the map. I'm being a bellend.
Right down
Zoom all
south,
the way
Mark,
out.
right at the bottom.
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
You gotta go right
Hang
down.
on. Yeah, so
Zoom out and then zoom back
no,
in.
there's a reason why Lewis can't see. His token is yet again defaulted to Argus Redmourne.
Love roll 20.
I don't know why it's doing it. It's really beginning to frustrate me.
So is it,
I know why.
that's
Do you?
Aliens.
The
Okay.
Pentagon said they exist now, though, didn't
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
Aliens.
Has something popped up now for you, mate?
I'm going to blame the World Economic Forum.
Wow.
Klaus
Yeah.
Schwab. He is an alien, though, isn't he? Just looks like he's wearing a face.
The Teutonic dictator hiding in plain sight is a Teutonic dictator.
Yeah. Definitely an ex Nazi party member, wasn't he?
Most definitely.
So can everyone now see the map? Or a bit of
Nope.
the map, anyway?
I've zoomed
Oh.
out.
You haven't put
Maybe.
Mark on, Tom.
I haven't put that because I put the wrong. Now can you see
Mark's
something?
still in the dark. He's still at the graveyard on his night shift.
What are you doing?
Still chasing that rabbit.
Right. So now can everyone see the map?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mark, so if you go to the zoom toggle at the top right hand
Yeah.
side, if you go all the way out,
Right, down to nothing.
eventually
I can
part of
see
the
it.
map should reveal.
Right at the bottom,
Yeah.
Mark.
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
all
right
the
in the
big
middle at
ones.
the bottom of the big.
In
black
the
box.
middle at the bottom. Go across.
Just check the settings now. I sorted this out last time. Your vision's off. Why is his vision off? Damn it.
Gone blind.
You mean it's not me noggin, it's me
Every goddamn
peepers?
time. Can you see something now, mate?
Yes.
Right. Roll 20.
Yeah. An oasis of colour in a sea of darkness.
Now Lewis should be able to see something. He's had the same problem. I don't know why it doesn't. It's not saving the settings. I don't get it. Right. You can see. You should be able to see something now, Lewis.
I can see a little bit more now. Ooh.
I'm 20. I'm gonna kill it.
What am I looking for?
Sausages.
Your token would be. It should be in the center.
Stood in a forest.
Yeah, stood in a forest, and you should be in the pretty much the center of the map as such.
Yes.
Somebody's drawing a penis in the black.
That actually wasn't me.
Not
Not
me.
me.
Oh, there we go.
My money's on Sam this time.
No,
Yeah,
I don't even know how to do it.
Right, cool. So yeah, you have arrived at the part of the mainland that you think leads to the Thistletop.
Brilliant. I am going to have to bail though. I'm dropping off now, but that's been an incredibly amusing session. Thank you for very much indeed, and hopefully I will see you all again very shortly.
Oh,
Yeah, same. Definitely get another one in.
Yeah,
I
take
don't
care.
think
yeah.
it's too long
See
to
what
end
we
this
can
one.
do.
Nice one. Cheers, chaps.
No worries.
Catch you in a
Thank you
bit.
very much for playing.
See you
Catch you in a bit.
later.